everybody, and welcome back here to the second game of the Mouz Yandex series at Fisher Playground 2 on B-Cup, joined here by Harry Freak, ready to go and give you some more Dota action. I am looking at the lobby to my left, and they have already started the draft. They are ready to go into this one and bounce into this game. It'll be interesting to see how Yandex really want to bounce back. If they give up this Ember, I would be shocked. Truthfully.
I don't know, man. You've got three bans, but yeah, I would rather they let the Chen through than the Ember, especially if you're picking a gyro. But if you're picking a gyro and they pick a Chen, then leave it as a carry. I feel like a carry gyro is actually a really good pick versus Mouz.
Hello. Okay, hello man.
On the right track, they just didn't ban.
မင်္ဂလာပါကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီနေ့ Fisher ပွဲကတော့เนาะ Mouz vs Yandex game 2ကနေတော့စဟဲပြီ။အနေကလည်းပြမှုပါပဲဒါပေမဲ့ကျွန်တော်10နာရီနေ့ကပြလိုက်တော့ဘလို့မှပြလို့မရတော့လူက energy မရှိတော့ဘူး။နေ့က10နာရီကနေည9နာရီထိ YG လိုက်တာเนาะ9နာရီခွဲလောက်ထိလို့10နာရီ9နာရီဆိုတော့စပြဖို့အရင်အားတွေမရှိတော့တဲ့အတွက်ကျွန်တော်မနေ့ကတော့နားလိုက်တယ်အဲ့တော့ဒီနေ့ကတော့ဒါအခုမှပြတာဆိုတော့ Yandex Mouse Me ဒီလောက်ကနေကျုံးမယ်ပြီးသွားရင်ကျွန်တော်နောက်မှာ separate bubble နော်
This is a
တကယ်ဆိုရနေတဲ့ mouse နော် mouse က standing ကြောက်မယ်လားသူတို့တက်ပြနေရတော့ crystal လစ်ကြီးကတအားလုံနေတာ carry မှာအဲ့တော့ဒီပွဲလေးနော် crystal လစ်ဘယ်လိုဆော့ပြအောင်မလဲတော့ကြည့်အောင် crystal လစ်ကဘယ်အောင်တရား1 carry တွေပါတယ်ကောင်က AC လေးဆော့ပြမနေ့ကလည်းကျွန်တော်တို့အညာ highlight ပြန်ကြည့်ရတော့ဆိုလဲနော် skitter ဟိုဆိုလဲသူတို့ solo တွေ like that DK နဲ့ဟိုက gyro ကဘာမှလုပ်လို့မရဘူးဒီကြီးကတော့သူ့ကိုအဲ့လိုမျိုးသိရမလားဟိုတရား1 player တွေဝိုင်းပြီးတော့ပြောကြတယ်နော်ဟို top 10တို့ဘာလို့အစအကုန်လုံးပါပဲအဲ့တော့ mechanic စိတ်ကြီးနေများပိုကောင်းပြနေလာတော့မသိဘူး Fisher ပွဲမှာတော့တော်တော်ကိုကောင်းနေတာဒီ carry ကအဲ့တော့လက်ကြီးဒီနေ့ဘာဆော့မလဲနော်လက်ကြီးဟို channel ရောစားအဲ့ Yandex ကလည်းပြောရမယ်ဆိုရင်တော့စိုးတော့မစိုးပါဘူးသူတို့ကဒါအရင် strong ခဲ့တဲ့ gladiator နှစ်ကောင်ပြန်ခေါ်တယ်နော်ပြီးတော့ Thundera တစ်ကောင်ပြီးတော့မှဒါသူတို့ရဲ့ဟို Chia Junior တို့ဘာလို့အဲ့လိုလူငယ်လေးတွေနဲ့ဆိုတော့ notice တို့ဘာလို့ ਨੇ ပြီးတော့ဒီ notice တို့ဘာလို့ဆိုလဲအရင်တုန်းကအဲ့လိုဘပွန်းတွေဘာတွေမှာနာမည်ကြီးပြီးသားပဲဒီကောင်တွေကအညီပွဲတွေကတော့မနက်ပြန်တော့ထက်ရှိမယ်နောက်ပြိုင်ပွဲပေါ့လေအဲ့တော့ group stage တွေကတော့နည်းနည်းကောင်းမတင်တဲ့ပွဲတွေဟဲမယ်ပြီးသွားရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဥစ္စာတိုင်း play off ရရင်တော့တေချာလေးတော့ပြပေးပါ
Yeah, Lorenov, though he has played more of a quap in this tournament. He actually hasn't played a puck at all in the tournament.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe he doesn't want to. I mean, he's more of a storm of a spirit player than a puck player.
Pango
here.
No, mà Pango တန်းရွေး Mouse က coach ကတခါမှမတွေ့ဘူး။ညာနေတော့ရှာတာ
0% win rate with the Pango. I thought that they were dodging this hero, to be honest.
ဟုတ်တယ်ကွာ salary က gladiator နောက်တဲ့င်းကိုနော်သူလုံနေပြီအရင်တော့ကလည်း salary ကပြောရမယ်ဆို gladiator ဟိုးအောင်ဆုံးအဆင့်ပါနော် tier 2ပွဲတွေမှာပဲ sorry အတင်းဟိုဒီကောင်ဟုတ်ကအဲ့လို tier 1အတင်းကိုရောက်အောင်လုပ်တယ် tier 1ပြီးသွားတဲ့နောက်မှာလည်းကျွန်တော် major တွေသိမ်းတယ်နော်ဒီကောင် salary ရဲ့ fight ကလည်းဒါမှရှုပ်လို့တော့မရဘူး
I'd love like Slardar plus
Yeah, YG ပဲဟုတ်ပါနော်သူတို့တော်တော်ဟိုကြည်ဘူးသမျှ YG grand final ထဲမှာတော့အကောင်းဆုံးပဲ။အမှန်ဆိုရင်တော့ grand final ကျရင် YG ကနည်းနည်းတည်းရမလားလို့ရှုံးတာများတယ်ပြီးတော့အပြက်ကြီးတွေရှုံးတာမနေ့ကကျတော့သူတို့ game fight မှာတော့ lead ပြီးမှရှုံးတာ။ဘာမှတော့ end များ
Ask with the tag team. He loves going with the Jakiro. There was a Slardar. Like I said, Tusk or Hoodwink are probably the best ones because you are lacking burst at the moment with the Slardar Jakiro, but you have a lot of damage. With the Tusk, you get burst. With
Slardar
or magical burst. Of course, if they.
Oh, but Slardar ကလည်းတော်တော်ဟောတာပဲနော်
I would assume they would.
Slardar တွေတောက်လျှောက်
Because if you're not, then you might be revealing what you're doing with the Slardar. I'd rather leave the Slardar as a flex between 2 and 3 for last pick. Pick 18 for
Slardar off တဖန်ပြန်ခစ်ထလာပြီ။ကောင်းလေးကပြီးရင် scepter တွေနဲ့နော်မာလဲမာ
There's a Tusk.
နောက်မှာ test က
Pretty aggressive.
တဲနေတော့
duo
များရဲ့
still.
Yandex က
I would assume
လာတော့
Phantom
ဝင်မယ်
Terror
ဟို test က check
will be
Yep.
the option for Jakiro.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you've got your Tide now, but Tusk is still a rough one. Though I would rather put Boom on the Spango. So maybe pick Crystallis here right now and
ဟောလို့
support.
အဲ့တော့ Slada ကောင်းတာပဲ
This is a good troll pick. And I would want more
ဟော lane လေးလည်း
spells,
ကောင်းတာတယ်နောက်ပိုင်းလည်းကောင်းတာတယ်
something
ဟော
in
easy
damage that
အဲ့လို Slada အာမလျှော့တာမခံရင်
keeps people in
chapter တွေပါ
place.
သွားလဲအဆင်ပြေတယ် Slada အာမလျှော့ chapter နဲ့လှည့်လိုက်ပြီး
Throughout this
Yeah.
Throw ကတော့တော်တော်တာ Slada က
Right now,
ပြီးတော့
don't
ဒီ
know
တ
why.
ပွဲဆိုလဲဒါ test က Slada ဆိုရင် easy ပဲ throw อ่ะရရုံပဲ
And I love a Dark Willow, but nobody's playing it. So
ကဲ legit throw လို့တဲ့နောက်ဆုံးကြည့်ခဲ့တဲ့ပွဲမှာတော့တော်တော်ရောက်တယ်နော် TI မှာတော့ကတော့
thinking
မမရ throw လို့အဲ့လိုမျိုး TI မှာ win rate 100% 7ပွဲလား10ပွဲလားတိုင်းနိုင်ထားရတယ် legit ဆောက်လိုက်တဲ့ပွဲမှာပဲအဲ့လိုစရှုံးတာ
it's a Yamich hero.
အဲ့တော့လုံးဝမှတ်ရပဲဒီ
Could you just go Pudge here?
You could, but it's kind of risky because the Tusk will just beat you up.
ကဲ Shero team
They're gonna go.
လက်ရှိပြန်ဟောနေတဲ့ hero Shero team နော် Bounty Hunter Slada ဟို TI မှာတော့ဘယ်သေးရောက်နေမရမသိဘူးကတော့ အောက်ရှာပြီးတော့ DK နော်ဟောလာတဲ့ hero မ DK တွေပါဆိုအစောကြီးတော့ဘန်းရပြီ DK 10ပစောဟို TI မှာပျောက်နေတဲ့ hero တွေမှပြန်ထွက်လာတယ် sorry ပါ
5 seconds remaining.
Probably gonna be a Watson hero now. What's good here? Like a TA? TA is probably like the way to go.
စဉ်းစားနေပြီ Yandex က true နဲ့
Yeah, I think that's the best one.
pretty much ဟိုဘန်ကို role လေးလောက်ကိုမကြောက်တော့ draw တွေပါတယ်တော့ရှိ draw ကိုနည်းနည်း volleyball ပုတ်ဖို့ဆို
Long time on this pick.
အမ Templar လည်းကောင်းတာပဲ Slada Templar
See what they want to give up.
ဟို rain ကောင်လေးပိုကြိုက်တယ်ဟိုဘ throw ပန်ကို
Is
မီ
going.
လီကတော့တိတ်မမိုက်
Is
ဘူး
going for them.
Oh, might be
rain
a-
ကောင်ဆိုရင်
might
တော့
be a
ပို့ပြီးတော့အဲ့လို
Watson
test ကားနဲ့
weaver.
တလိမ့်လှုပ်လိုက်တာ
This
အဲ့ဒါ
looks
Slada
like a
check
hell
hero
of a
ဆိုရင်
weaver,
ဘက်က
man.
true ကိုလည်းကျွန်တော် lane မနှိမ့်တော့
Those are the
ဒီစေးပဲ
two that I would definitely like to see in this one. Or if you want, you could pick a Beastmaster because it is a flex for
ဟုတ်
them.
ပါ
if you
Falcon
want to
2စီအခု
do
လေ
basically
2စီ
anything
မလားမ
for
သိဘူး
Mr.
နော်
Pango.
house က
Mhm.
So wait, Weaver TA and for a mid lane, I don't really have that many opportunities. So
အဲ့ဘယ်လိုလဲ
Stalker for the
Slada
Chen Creek.
မက်လားအမ
I
nice
could find
talk
Shadow Demon as
မက်
well.
လား
I guess plus Night Stalker is actually a
The
pretty
price drop
decent
ဖြစ်တော့
lane
ပြော
versus the
Slada.
troll. Because of the Night Rain, you have.
Oh,
the
Slada
movement
ဖြစ်
speed
Night
to
Stalker.
survive that lane. It's actually not half bad.
10 seconds remaining.
ကိုစိတ်ချင်တော့ Slada မစ်မယ်ထင်တယ် Slada မစ်ကဒါပန်ကိုနဲ့လည်းထိန်းလို့ရတယ်เนาะ AC ပြီးတော့ nice talk က off lane ပို့လိုက်တယ် Slada off ဆိုလဲကျွန်တော်တို့သိရတဲ့အတိုင်း throw နဲ့ကမလွယ်ဘူး
Team ban.
win pain လည်း ban တယ် Slada မစ်ဖြစ်ဖို့တော့များတယ်
Handing out that Queen of Pain.
Yup.
သို့ပါဘူး TI ပြီးတော့ဒီ hero တွေပဲမဖြစ်တာလေးကတော့ကောင်းတယ်သိလားတို့နေနေအိမ်မှာတော့ကြည့်ရတာမပြင်းရတော့ဟိုကဒီ
Will
nice
want
talker
to
တွေပါ
win
လေ
this.
ပျောက်နေ
This
တာ
is
ပဲ
the
လုံးဝ
puck
ပျောက်
here
နေ
moves
တယ်
the lane quite nicely.
Remaining.
You're not gonna pick Kalina. You might actually decide to put a Pango into the mid lane this time around. Because Lornoff's heroes don't look too good versus the versus the
Templar,
Slada.
no?
TA
Could be
ban
by the
and
ring
Weaver
only
ban, I
calling
think
them.
those two are like probably the best. But
ဟုတ်ရ
they
င်
forget
bro
about Weaver.
လဲရှိ
Watson
တော့
played it yesterday.
Hmm.
10 seconds remaining.
Surprisingly, Beastmaster has been
စဉ်းစားတော့စိတ်လျှော့ပါမဝိုင်းကြီးလည်းတော်တော်ကောင်းလာတာ
off the
ပါအဲ့
radar
တော့
in this series.
ပြောတာကောင်းလာ
I think Gyro
အင်းလူ
gets
ပြန်
first
ဆော့တဲ့အ
pick,
ချိန်မှာပို့ပြီးတော့လို့
gets
အသေး
first
ဖောင်
pick,
ကြီး
Chen
ဆောင်း
gets
ကောင်းပါ
first
ဒါပေ
pick,
မဲ့
right? So
ပြဿနာတာဝါ
immediately-
ပြီးရင်เนาะကျွန်တော်
you
နည်းန
know
ည်း
that
လို့
your
ကမ်ဘက်
Beastmaster,
ခံရ
if
တဲ့
you're
ပွဲ
picking him, he's gonna have to go into the mid lane. That
Yeah.
that doesn't
Then against Sword Art is pretty bad.
exactly. But it was good versus the Pango. So Yandex could have gone for that one, but they probably
Dire team ban.
I didn't want to.
Templar
Fuck it,
share.
hero. So they ban out the SF. I think we're getting a Weaver. I hope we're getting a Weaver because Mouz are helpless versus a Weaver.
ဘင်းကောင် draw ကြံမယ်အတူစားတွေဘာလို့တိတ်မကောင်း
You know, you could catch him, Dust, Disruption, Rolling Thunder
10
with a blink.
seconds remaining.
Sure, but it's there's so many things you have to think about this one hero. Like, what's about the other ones? You have so
အရှိမ
many
Cairo
vehicles
လား
and so many vision
What
givers,
draw
right?
Cairo
So
Bring
you have
on
Slaughter giving vision,
Oh
you
my
have
God.
Night Stalker giving vision, even the Tusk, you could say, with the shards that he's giving some vision, and then you've got Weaver with all of the info in the world running around, and you have
တူးစီ
limited
မလားတော့မ
vision.
သိဘူးဟဲ့
You don't want to play versus that.
Oscar အရင် on fire ဖဲကုန်တော့တူးစီဆိုတော့သိရမလားဟိုနေထား Yandex လေတူးစီဖို့တော့များလာတယ် drop ကလည်းဒီပွဲကတော့အရင်တော့မကွာပါဘူးဟာ pro ပန်ဘူးလေရတယ်
And the Mars, and they go.
raw
into
တယ်
this
Terra Blade yes ဒါလည်း rain တော့ rain ပါပဲနော်တကယ်ပဲ sign
So
တော့
the standard Watson hero. I
ကျွန်
don't
တော်
know
တို့
if
လုံး
anyone
နေရလဲ
plays
ဆော့
it,
လို့
but
ကောင်း
this
တယ်
is a good
center တစ်ပေါက်
sign
နဲ့
for
ဆို
me.
တော့ but the turret ဆိုတော့ကြောက်စရာမလိုရတဲ့ခုနော်ပြီးရင်
The
center ဖြစ်လဲ
Sand
ဒါ
King
ပေ
would
မဲ့
be amazing
အခု
here
ရှိရ
versus
charity
full
mode တော့
melee
ပါတယ်နော်အဲ့ဒါ
heroes.
တော်တော်ဆိုးတယ်ဟိုက Terra Blade တော့ charity
I'm
mode
thinking if there's anything
5
else.
seconds remaining.
Maybe that Boom can pick up.
ကဲ melee ၄កောင်းနဲ့ဘက်က Magnus တို့ S တို့အဲ့လို melee တွေဖြိုတဲ့ကောင်လေနော်အဲ့လို hero မျိုးတွေလည်းဆိုးရမဆိုး
something range that could sit mid right now with. I mean, they're still.
ကဲတိုက်ကြီးတို့
talking
melee နဲ့
about-
နိုင်တဲ့ကောင်
Oh, versus the Night Stalker, I would
Yeah, that's
advise
really
against.
tough.
They also
Although-
played Alina. That would also be quite rough in this game.
What about Leshrac?
I wouldn't mind the Lesh, to be honest. Though they do have burst for you, but the thing is, maybe you can kill them faster than they kill you.
It's ranged. You're activating your spells. Silence shouldn't matter if you've already gotten Edict off or Pulse Nova on. You pressure pretty hard. Your damage is pretty good. You have ways to set up your stun.
let's try
Now select
yes ဒါလည်းကောင်းတာပဲခုနပြောတယ် melee
Let's see if
အ
it
ရင်
works
များ
out,
တော့
man.
နော် let's
It's-
try ကလည်းကောင်းတာ
This is a risky Lesh game, not gonna lie, right? It's a
ကဲကြိုက်တယ်ဟေး
Lesh
mouse
game
2
in
စီး
the
မယ်ထင်
way
တာပဲ
you look
let's
at
try
all
page
the
ရတာမိုက်
Yandex heroes, 'cause
အော်လိမ့်ပါလေ
none of them
free
like
ကွာ
being
slaughter
boosted
let's
by
try
the
ကြတော့
Lesh
slaughter
game
ဘာ
is
မှလုပ်
difficult
လို့မ
to
ရ
do
ဘူး
it.
let's try
But
bro
once
လာတယ်
Yandex
let's try
come
ပြကောင်ဟို
together,
ဘက်ကလည်းဟို
the
bar stand မ
one
လည်း
thing
မရှိ
that
ဘူး
Lesh
melee ကလည်း
gives
၄កောင်း
is
ဆိုတော့
burst. Magical damage burst.
အေး
or
စေးပဲ
a bit more than
ကာမဲကောင်
physical
လည်းတပြုတ်
damage
ကြီး
burst,
ဆိုအဲ့ let's
but
try
you
တကောင်
dislike
နေနေ
physical
ဒီ
damage
ပွဲက
burst,
တော်
he
တော်
actually
mouse က
dies
တာနေပြီ
quite quickly. That
ဟို
was a good
physical ကောင်
call.
၄កောင်းပြီးတော့ဟို let's
But
try
it's
နာ
still,
ကတ်လို့ကလည်းမရအဲ့
it's still
physical
gonna
ကောင်
be a very
အဲ့တော့
cool pick to
အရင်
see how
outdraw
it
ဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့
works
let's
out.
try
I have a
page
bit of
ဆောင်း
faith
ကျဲ
in
တယ်
the Mouse lineup this
ပွဲ
time
မှာ
around, though. You
ဟို
went
ဘက်က
for the troll.
damage လည်းလောက်
He's
ပို့ပါ
not
ဘယ်လို
gonna
လဲ
be even that
တော်တော်
great
မီ
in
လီ
the
တွေလည်း
early
ဖြစ်နေ
stage.
တော့
You
လက်
don't
ချက်နဲ့
have
တိုး
that
ဖို့
many
ကတော့ဘယ်လို
stuns
မှ
for
မ
him,
ဖြစ်နိုင်
though.
ဘူး
To be
yes
honest,
ဒီပွဲ
in
mouse
this
အသာကြီး
meta,
ပါပဲ
the
drop
trolls
တာ
that
တော့
I watched, Crystalis has probably been the one that
ဟာ
I've
ရွ
been
က်တယ်
impressed
စာရက်
with
တရားမ
the
ဟုတ်လေ
most.
ကိုယ့်စီရတယ်ကောင်တွေက print ထုတ်ထားတာဘယ် hero
But
ဆိုရင်ပါညာ
that doesn't
ကိုလည်းအရင်တော့
mean
အဲ့လိုထုတ်ဘူးတယ်တကယ်ပြောတာ
that
I
is gonna
looked at
work
one.
out in this one. They did
Print out the-
play
print
it
out the-
in Blast
အဲ့တော့ကိုယ့်
5
PowerPoint
times
ဆွဲ
and
PowerPoint
they
ဆွဲပြီးတော့
won,
print ထုတ်ထားတာဟိုဝိုင်းဒါပါတော့လည်းဒါပါအတင်းတင်းကဘယ်နှကောင်ပစ်တယ်
So
ပါ
that's
ညာ
a
အဲ့
good
လိုမျိုးပေါ့
statistic. In this tournament, they played it once and they lost.
အဲ့လိုမျိုး print ထုတ်ထားဘယ်လောက် percent ပစ်ထားတယ်သူတို့
Kind of think this could go really well with pace for Mouse.
ဘယ်ဝက်ဗီဇာမရတာတဲ့အဲ့တော့ last standing
Satyr
ဘယ်ဝက်မှာအ
convert,
တီး
we'll see where he sits that Satyr down.
one standing မရဘူးဖြစ်
Whose mana he wants to just deplete. Maybe it's going to be over
ဘယ်ဝက် standing လည်းထင်ခဲ့တယ်ကိုလည်းစားတော့ပြီးတော့မှ
over mid, you
ကိုလည်းကြောင်းနေပြတ်တယ်ပြီးတော့မှမင်းဝက်အ
well
မှန်
in the river.
Going
and,
off guard must stand it.
maybe Leshrac can't get the kills there. But
standing
life
နဲ့မှ
could
ပူ
be
ကျ
pretty
န်
miserable if you're not too careful.
It can be annoying.
I would expect early ganks from him too. If you're gonna have Yamich and Boom in that off lane, Leshrac comes over, all of a sudden you just disrupt into a split earth. You've got the Diabolic Edict explosions, and you just get an easy kill on a rotation.
Saxa went for the drinking buddies. I mean, in my mind, it was almost exclusively made for the gyro, but it seems that they want to be buffing this Terrorblade, and to be honest, that's fine. I feel like the extra movement speed that you give to everybody, especially TB in this game, to be able to dodge the rolling thunder properly, might be the way to go. And
Double
also,
and more double
during
and
the
but
early
again,
lane,
look,
you're gonna
မ
be
ပြူ
building
တယ်
up
မ
your
မ
Night
ပြူ
Stalker
အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်သူတို့
couple
စာရွက်
times.
ထုတ်တာပါဘရိုဖုန်းနေဆိုလည်းအကုန်သိမ်းရတယ်အဲ့လိုမျိုးလုပ်လို့မရအဲ့ device တွေပေးမတော့
Game number 2. My favorite voice line. Getting played.
ဒီပွဲတွေမှာ player တွေဖုန်းတွေလည်းပေးရတယ်ခုနပြောတဲ့အဲ့
Twin
tablet တွေ
Terror
ပါရ
surprise
ယူ
with
သွားလို့မရဘူး
Hero. Like you said, drinking buddies probably the biggest shock out of all these facets.
Yeah, everything
ပွဲ
else
ပြီး
is
မှသူတို့ရဲ့အဲ့
pretty much,
device တွေဖြစ်
pretty
အဲ့
much
တော့ tablet
standard.
နဲ့ကြည့်လို့မရအဲ့ကြောင့်လည်းဒီကောင်တွေစာရွက်တွေနဲ့ချုပ်
both teams.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, late smokes. We'll see if they're gonna be searching for a fight. As a Lesh in this game, you need to be protected with wards.
ဒါပေမဲ့ mouse on fire
I'm
ပါတူစီပဲဒီကွယ်
surprised
drop က
that
အ
they
ရန်
put a
တာ
ward
အရန်
that deep
အဲ့
into
let's
the,
red ကောင်နဲ့
into
နေ
the
တော်
Yandex
တော်
big
တာသွားတာ
jungle.
let's bit အရန်လှလုံးတယ်
Oh, okay, they so on the left, sorry,
let's
to the,
bit
to
နဲ့
the
လေ
pit.
ပွဲသိမ်းနေတာမျိုး
I would like
Yeah.
two wards around the mid lane.
ဒါ
But
တော့
I
try
guess
ကောင်း
one
တယ်ကွာ
starting rotations from bottom
Short
is gonna
block
be
in
enough.
Yamich. He is looking dead for first blood. 4 heroes around him, and Slither Crush is there. First blood
အော်
gonna
မ
be
ချွေ
had for Maladich. Not the worst thing in the world, because it didn't go to the Slardar.
ဆက်ဆာလည်းပြောမိတယ်ပြောတော့နော်တလေပဲတော့နေသွား
I guess
တယ် Yandex
you're,
လောက်လေပဲနဲ့ဆက်ဆာနဲ့ကဘာမှမဆိုင်
Fine.
ဆက်ဆာဆိုတော့ဟိုးရင်နဲ့ဆောင်းကျဲနဲ့ဖူဘယ်တော့မှလည်းအဲ့လောက်
We'll see
level
how
သူ
this
စင်းမ
bottom
စော
lane goes.
ကဲခေါင်း
That's
သေးနေ
what
ပဲ
to
ဆို
look
တော့
out for.
Lightning Storm,
Are
yeah.
are they gonna start off with 3? They didn't really block the creep, so Chrysalis should be
အဲ့
fine.
ဒီကောင်ရောက်တဲ့အသင်းတွေကလည်းကျန်းတာပဲအရင်ဝီဟာတို့ဘာလို့ ਨੇ
They
I'm not sorry,
charge
Sex
first,
Out.
maybe you get another kill on Yamich, but you've
Yeah,
shown
fight
both
sit like
supports are here. Theoretically, shouldn't turn into another kill if you position yourself well enough. Saxa goes up into the Twin Gate, and he will
Oh,
leave
listen up.
the lane. Right as that's happening, they
listen
threw
up.
a disruption onto the Night Stalker, so he'll take some
ဘာမ
damage.
ပါဘူး
Still, I feel like
Sucks that
this
you
troll is
committed.
gonna struggle in the lane, right? Because usually you're this big lane
Yeah,
dominator,
hero
but
check.
Jakiro is just the type of hero that changes lanes quite significantly.
Yeah, I mean, it could be pretty abusive. That's pretty much the point with Twin Terror, right? Like, win that lane, play aggressive, try to have the troll feel uncomfortable. This, I would say at nighttime
Yeah.
maybe is your biggest threat, but
Oh,
once
what
it's
game is it?
daytime, Chrysalis might just be able to stand around here and be okay with what he's getting out of the lane.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Once
What about
the
OBS
game
era
comes,
10
Notice
is
is
wow,
gonna
yeah,
be in
I
a
even
little
have
bit of
my-
trouble. That's usually
Camera
like,
out,
level
swell
4
me
or
out,
5
yeah.
is when the troll
Wow.
is this big scary beast.
နားမှာပဲနေပါ
But it's still not ideal that you're not applying too much pressure early on either, right? They're pulling the waves into the tower, and Notice should have pretty decent farm in the first couple of waves.
Looking at this mid and Warren off. Going 0-1-2, no surprise, and he can play pretty aggressive on Cheer Jr., but you can see the bash and the crush is going to do a lot of
Lorraine
damage.
off
He's gotta
in
be
the live
careful
back,
about
no?
his positioning. and how
let's
this
rep
ends
ဖြစ်
up
သွား
being
လော်ရန်အော့ကပုံမှန်လေးသူကအငိမ့်ပဲ lane မရုံ လော်ရန်အော့က
Need to
top
maybe
ပေါ်တယ်
have
အဲ့တော့ let's rock ကလည်း
heroes
တိတ်
come
ရုံနဲ့ကောင်
over
ပေါ့
to try
ကို
and
ဖန်
help
ပြီး
out,
တော့မှ
especially with
နော်
these
ဒါကရမကြုံတာ
water runes that if Warnoff kind of gets caught in the river might end up paying
လော်ရန်အော့က
for it.
ဂျုံလို့
Right
တော့ရ
now,
ပါတယ်ဒီကောင်ကအဲ့သူပြဿနာအသိအောင်မကူညီရပဲရှိရသူကနေသူကတော့ idea အမြဲတမ်းထွက်တယ်ပြစ်ကတာပဲ ဟိုအထောင် carry တွေနဲ့ဆိုတော့နည်းနည်းအဲ့နေတာ
supports
ကြည်
are
ပေးဖို့
very
လို
good
တာ
in
တွေ
both
ပါတယ်ဆိုတော့
lanes,
လော်ရန်အော့ကအရင်
especially
မ
the
ရုံ
passive,
သူ
but
က
even the
ငိမ့်
Jakiro
ဆော့
is no slouch either. Whereas
သူရဲ့ playing style က
Mouse supports are
အဲ
better at
former
being
fall
an
out
auxiliary.
press or second player
Celery's pretty dead here.
Oh,
They
what's
use
that?
that metamorphosis. Boom's not going to die, but getting that kill on the Chen and continuing to dominate this lane always feels good.
So much movement speed on the Terrorblade with the drinking buddies, and Chan is not known for being super speedy hero. He's okay with 305, and he added divine favor on him, so even with the extra 5 armor, he couldn't survive that.
အိမ်နေနေရဟုတ်တယ်ဟေးအောက်မှာလည်းဂျာကီရိုတကောင်ကအရင်သိတာခုနောက်ပဲဒေါတာမချင်းတယ်
Chrysalis
အိမ်နိုင်ရင်ဂျာကီရိုတာပစ်လိုက်အဲ့ဂျာကီရိုလိမ့်ရ
Chase that.
လို့ပြစ်ပြစ်နိုင်
under the tier 1 tower. He needs
Got
some
him.
help, but the dual breath is there.
ကို
Maybe
ယ့်
they
ချီ
get
အောင်
a
ထရိုး
kill on
လို့
Maladich
လိမ့်ရ
first
လုံး
till
ဝ
at
ခရီးအောင်
least
စား
get
လို့မျိုးအဲ့ဂျာကီရိုတ
that.
ကောင်နဲ့အော်ဆိုရယ်
Lose a TP, or maybe somebody came over. They might have been able to get the kill there onto Notice, but nobody who could really make that.
လိမ့်နိုင်နေလား
rotation,
လိမ့်နိုင်နေ
at least
ဂျာကီ
getting
ရို
a
ပစ်
kill
လိုက်ရ
before he dies.
Oh man,
Easy.
8 CS on a troll. You almost never see this. You picked it into a slaughter. You're like, I'm gonna have the easiest lane in the world, and suddenly a hero that is supposed to dominate almost any matchup is dumpstered, like completely dumpstered in the lane.
Right now, it is feeling kind of like that. But the benefits, at least for the moment, are Leshrack's doing all right. Just need this Pango to really pick it up. We'll see what Warnoff can do to pick up the rest of his team and how this game has been going for them.
Yeah, only he is having a decent lane. Everybody else is struggling basically, and you know their lineup kind of does rely on him getting his blink dagger early and going for kills, but I mentioned this. I think Yandex in this game in particular, they definitely came into play. This
ဒီ
Slardar,
နေ့
I
ဟာ
think, is
အောက်က
a
နော်
definite
throw
at
in နဲ့
least
နေနေတာရ
second
ပြောဖို့မကောင်းဘူး။ Night Shocker ကလည်းခုနောက်ပိုင်းညာနေစတာနဲ့အဲ့ Jakiro နဲ့ကြည့်လိုက်အောင်
Yandex.
တကယ် Jakiro တကောင်ဆိုရပြီလိမ့်က909နဲ့ဟိုတော့ offlane ကဘယ်လောက်ပဲမမို့အဲ့တကောင်ကတောင်းဝဆိုးရလေ
Frustrating
ဒီရော
what's going on.
They want
Crystal,
to
yeah,
apply
myo,
the pressure right now before the
Amalo.
daytime comes. It's coming in 15 seconds, so
အဲ့3ကိုနည်းနည်း mana ဖြစ်သိရမလားအနည်းဆုံးဟို PA လောက်ပေါ့20လောက်ထည့်နေထည့်လိုက် mana ကိုအဲ့ပဲ3ကအဲ့လို free ပြစ်ကြတာကြီးကစားဥတော့ကလည်းခဏလေးဆိုတော့အဲ့ဒါနဲ့ time ပြစ်တာနဲ့အင်းနေကပြီးသွားပြီ
Spell that can really make your life miserable in lane. See what happens at this 6-minute power run. Honestly, we'll see if there's any pressure. Knowing that it's going to be daytime, maybe Mouz go and try to instigate a fight over at Yandex's shrine. You know,
ဟို
he
let's
could
run
stay
ချိန်ရ
daytime,
ဒီပွဲတော်တော်
Night
တာ
Stalker
သွား
could
ပြီ
feel
အေး let's
much
run ကပြတ်နိုင်
weaker,
တယ်နေတဲ့
and you might be able to swipe that shrine away from him.
it's hard for a Lesh to rotate, right? Early on, you are squishy. I think they're
Terrorblade
probably.
ပြဖို့ကြတော့လေ Terrorblade ဆိုတော့အ
not
ကြီးကတိတဲ့အတိုင်းနော်အဲ့တန်းအများကြီးလုံးမှာ
play. If the Chen was on the
Or
bottom lane,
Jai,
yeah,
the
that's
mouse
true,
drop
then
up.
maybe, but
Let's
would it
let's
being
spin
the
it, they're all
Shadow
Jai,
Demon? No. We'll see.
Speaking of which, Yamich, he comes towards top,
အဲ့ Terrorblade ဖောင်းတော့နားပြီ
trying to slow down this favorable lane for the side of Yandex, and now they're going to push forward to look for these creeps and look to have this
အဲ့
disruption.
တော့ Tesca ရော Jakiro ရော
Got
ပြန်
the
မမေးပြီ
tricky buddies.
ပြုံး
Life
ပါ
gets harder. Maladich
Hey,
made the
Jakiro, yeah.
rotation, and Yamich
Oh my damage ရရှု
have to disrupt himself.
အဲ့ဘာဖြစ်သွား
And he's on the run.
Maladich
Shadow
ကျုံသွား
Mouz
ပြီ
is stacking up. He gets into the trees, out of the
အဲ့
vision
နောက်မှ
for
လ
a
ည်းဖောင်းနေ
second.
နေဆိုတော့
The Yamich
One for one
will
trade lang ba?
eventually die here. It is to Watson. They get a kill on a Maladich. But there's no more help coming out for the side of Mouz.
You mentioned his life is hard, so they took it away. Now it's gonna be a little bit easier for him, but
Junior's
overall,
coming down
oh,
to get this shrine.
it is Yandex that are contesting.
အာရောက်ရေးနောက်မှလာတာပါရောက်လာသွားပြီဗော
Shield crash bash though. Southern crush.
One more.
Fuck
Actually,
all.
all one.
The disruption.
ရန်ကအယောင်ကြီးတော့အဲ့ကြားချင်အောင်စောင်းထားတာနော်
Murdoch
မန်နာ
doesn't
မရှိ
have a
ဘူး
lot of mana to play with, but he will protect
ရှောင်း
the
ရှောင်း
shrine,
ကြတာ
which is
ရန်က
okay. Meanwhile,
တကယ်လုံးဘာမှမရှိ
Hero gets the other.
Watson there lost the meta just before they went for boom, so that's why he didn't get another hit in. If he had, that would have been a dead bango. However, Lorenoff he loses his
ဟာ
meta.
အာခိန်းလည်းပါသွားတယ်အေး mouse ကအာလီဂိမ်းကတော့နော်တော်တော်လေးတော့နေတော့လက်ကြည့်အောင်မမရဘူးကွာအေး pro က
Man, this poor troll. What is he even supposed to do? And he might even die right now with the Tusk being in the vicinity.
He has to get some help here.
တော့ကင်မရာနေရာလေးတော့တီးခံပေးကြပါ
Yeah,
ညာ
but
အောက်ရွှေ့လို့မရဒါပေမဲ့ဒီလိုထားတာတော့ safe ပုံဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့တော့သူတို့ရဲ့စပွန်ဆာကိုပိတ်ရင်လည်းတခုခုဆိုရင်အဲ့လိုမျိုးဘန်းနိုင်ပါညာစားဘန်းနိုင်တွေပုံတိုင်းကြတာလားကြောက်ပါ
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
he's not getting any help. At least he got the tread, so he will be able to farm the jungle a bit faster. But this tower looks very much dead.
ကြောက်ရ
Nothing to really stop the tower from being taken.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's
Going
gone.
up 6 top of the net worth, but what can he do with this
I feel-
advantage?
Is under attack.
Pango down in the worst spot, almost 3,000.
Yeah,
net
tower
worth,
le
not too
piya.
far
Oh, yeah,
behind
Chu
for
ah.
the bleed of
Cut
this
that down.
Night Stalker.
အောက်လိန်တော့ကြိုးอ่ะ trust in Loren အော့ကွာကြည့်လိုက် Loren အော့အချိန်ရောက်ရင်
I thought he got the tower.
ဒါကြီးအကုန်လုံးလိုက်ပြီ
before
ဘယ်ကဒီကောင်
they,
ကွဲပဲ
before
ဒီကောင်မ
they
လုံးရင်
got
ဒီကောင်
the
ပြင်မယ်
tower. I was probably thinking
ဒီ
like,
ကောင်
okay,
အရဲတောင်
so,
ပစ်ပေးထားတာပြီးတော့
one
ကာ
of
မဲကောင်
the,
နှစ်ကောင်နဲ့
strengths
Cherry ဒီ
of
မို
my
ချန်နဲ့
item,
ပန်ကိုနဲ့
it's
အဲ့တော့
well, I'm not gonna need it for
Loren
him.
အော့အချိန်ရောက်ပြီးတော့ Loren အော့ကိုယုံနေဆိုရင်ဒီဘက်က mouse က9အောင်နိုင်ပါအ
It's
ချိန်
more
တွေက
of a farming item for him.
let's fit တာလာနေတာ
Get this Satyr away.
Big to have that Satyr.
လက်ကြီး DK ကို ban တယ်လက်ကြီး DK ကိုကမရဘူးပေးလို့မရတော့ခုနောက်မှာ second ban နေမှာအောင်ထည့် ban တယ်
on top of one of your cores is going to be quite
Haska
beneficial
လည်း
for
ban
him
တယ်
throughout the game.
လက်ကြီး Haska လည်း already ban ကဲရောက်ရင်ဟိုဘက်ကတော့တော်တော်လူပါတွေဝါနေပြီ Yandex နော်ဒီဘက်က stat တွေပါလာစားတာ
Junior inside the jungle. Yamich
check
only
it,
level 4. See which supports get to level 6 first. Both supports. Both support duos are going to have some important ults in different ways. Very important to have that ult. Very important to have your ticket. It's the only way to get into Fissure Playground 2. Get your ticket online. Exclamation point F in the chat to get more information, or click the banner below to join us at the Sapa Center in Belgrade, Serbia, October 31st to November 2nd. €8 for a single day ticket or €25 for a 3-day pass. Join us and have some fun. You too can learn how to farm efficiently.
လက်ကြီးကထိဖို့တော့မဟုတ်လက်ကြီးကပြန်လိုရအောင်ဗာထိဖို့တော့ကြိုးစားဟာတက်စကာရဲ့ဟိုဟာကြီးတလွယ်
Path locks him up. They don't want to play this.
တက်စကာစစ်တော့ရတာ
They go to the dark
တက်
ascension.
တင်းတုံးလိုက်တာလွယ်ပါ
Where are you going?
နောက်မှလည်း nice dog ကစစ်တယ်ရောရှေ့မှာ let's run လည်းကျုံးနေရပြီ disruption
Is this Lashrak?
ကဲဒါပေမဲ့ let's run မခံနိုင်တော့
With the
ဘာမှမရှိတော့
disruption, but the dual breath burning him. Snowball's
အို
going
က်
to
ရှ
be
က်
on the
ကောင်း
boom,
ပါ
and
ပြီ
now they get to come
လက်ကြီး
forward
စင်း
to
လာ
go
မှာ
towards the rest.
ဟောနော်
Lashrak is going to be dead here.
သွားပြီ
And
ပွဲရ
now
တော်
they're
တော်
going,
ပြတ်
got
သွားပြီ
themselves
ဟော
a third. Troll is here, but what can you do? Yamich on the run. And another nighttime
ဒီ
fight
တော့
thanks
ဟီ
to
ရို
the
က
dark
3အောင်ထပ်
ascension.
ပေးလိုက်ရ
But Yandex
ဆို
get
တော့လည်းနည်းနည်း
ahead
recover
quite a
နေရ
bit
တဲ့အ
by
ချိန်မှာဟို
taking
ဘက်
out
terribly
three
foul
here.
နေပါပါလာ
And
တော့
also there's a siege
I think
creep
it's
tower
a little hard,
making a
okay.
decent amount of damage. They found the stack as well.
တက်တယ်လည်းချိန်အောင်
You
ပဲ
can say goodbye to
အဲ့တော့
this
let's
one.
draw
Really
အချိန်တော့
good
ရောက်ပါ
Yandex
မ
in
လား
this
နော်
game.
ပွဲရ
It's
တော့ဒီမှာနော်
impeccable. And if
Four
you
game
look
he
at
got a bit
Mouz's
wild.
heroes, they didn't really draft to lose the laning stage, right? There are some
ဟော
lineups
စက်တွေပါ
in
ပေး
which
ရ
you're
တော့
like,
အဲ့စက်တွေ
okay,
မှာ let's
we
draw
weren't
ချိန်လိုက်ရ
really
ရ
to win
ဆို
the laning stage anyways. There's some
Yeah.
strengths to our lineup later on. This Mouz lineup,
အဲ့ let's
he
draw
needed
ထပ်ပြီး
so
အောင်လား
late.
သွားပြီ
They might just go in on
let's draw က
Yeah,
အရင်
Not
ပေး
again.
သွားရင်ဆောက်ပြ
They
တယ်
don't
မှာ
have the TPs to protect him. He's gone.
He just came back to the lane. He's going to
See,
get out of this
wow,
silence,
no,
but what do you do?
well, lane
You
it,
have
yeah,
to
name
get-
walo.
you get back
Game
to
of chance.
back.
တက်တယ်ပါရှင်းအမ let's ဟိုပါပြန်သေးမှာ slaughter ပါ
I don't know if
ကဲ
I
ဟိုဘက်ကတော့တောက်
really
လျှောက်တော့ heavy ကျွန်တော်
stand
slaughter လည်း
stepping
တက်
forward
ရတယ်
like that.
Oh, yeah.
That was super greedy.
You need to show teeth to your opponent.
Well,
Imagine
L'Oreal
if you
also
show
moved,
that
boy,
you're
hey,
afraid.
side
Let's
lane
say you're in a
is
boxing
dark
match
jewel.
in the ring and you
Yeah.
show your opponent
အေး
that
ဆိုင်
you're
လိန်
afraid,
ဖတ်တယ်
then
ကို
you're
မက်က
dead.
ခံလိုက်ရတယ်လို့ဖြစ်သွား
You need to
Wait
show
till
them
the
like
bell. Wait for the
တယ်
next
ဘလိလာပြ
round.
လိုက် nice dog ကခံလိုက်နေလို့
Yeah, I didn't hear
Well,
no
legit.
bell. And, well,
12
Crystal is.
rounds.
crash
Crush
Yeah,
and
turns
the
to Shiva
silence
Shiva.
again. Now we're in the pure nighttime, and Troll waiting
Oh.
for the silence to run out, and he will still die. Doesn't lose
အာ
that ult.
ပွဲရပြက်ကြီးအောင်ရေး
He knew that
Oh, fight
Kira
game.
needed to be next to him for that ult really to
Them
matter.
now
So
we're
that's
fight
why you
game.
saw the Slaughter are just moving around like that.
I don't know
No, give them something, Saksa. Come on. He denied that word. What a. Oh,
What
man.
can you get,
Yeah, let's
Chad?
try တော့မချဲလဲတော့သွားပြီးနေပါတယ် mag
Can Crystal is carrying? I mean, he's so far behind.
I know
He would need mountains of time.
rap တော့ကြိုက်တယ်ဒါ
And
ပေမဲ့
it's
အရင်
not
နေသွားတာ
that
ဆို
easy
တော့
of
ဖြစ်
a
နိုင်ပါ
control game either, right? So
Slaughter
if
လည်း
you-
တဲက
you
ပါလဲ
look
ဟို
at
ဘက်
the
ကတော့တောက်
point
ချောက်
like
တော့
this,
ချောက်
either
တော့မှာ
you're
ကျွန်တော်
super
Slaughter
far ahead
ကို
that you
test
cannot
ကော
die, you can
ပြီး
push
သွားရင်
towers,
တော့
you
nice
get a
dog
lot
ကာ
of
ရီပါ
hate onto yourself. Not gonna happen in this game, or you have a lot of stuns. So once you start doing damage, you can work it. They don't have a lot of stuns. This is a rough game for them. Gonna get even rougher.
Slithering Crush and a Walrus Punch, but there's the bash and the God looking for the
အဲ
Rolling
ဟန်တော့
Thunder.
ကောရပြီ
Now,
Survives.
does he want to just leave? Secure
Should.
Junior,
အဲဟန်တော့ကောတော့ရလိုက်တယ်
maybe
လာ
jumps
တာမရ
back
ဟိုက
in.
မရပါမယ်ပန်ကိုမရပါ
There's
မယ်
traffic in the mid lane.
မချီအိုးလိုရအောကိုနှွာချက်တွေဟဲ့အောင်ရေးမက်ကတိုင်းမတိုင်းနေပြီ
Time, but now the Dark Ascension, they
Yeah,
got the silence.
Oh,
And
what
there
a-
Silent
they go,
effort,
get
you can,
another
yeah,
kill
but
here
the lesser
onto this
idea.
Lashrak. Nowhere for him to go. Yamich can disrupt, but he is still dead here as Watson gets that last hit.
တိုင်လိန်အဖက်တွေကိုခံဟိုကောင်ကြီးကလည်းနက်တယ်ဒီ
They
မြေ
have
ဟို
this ice
အောင်
troll.
နေ roam ကတက်ဆိုင်နော် let's rap ပဲတောက်လျှောက်လို့ထိုက်တိုက်
and
ပြီးတော့
he's just giving the
Ah.
ice armor, and
So,
it really doesn't.
well, let's rap ပဲ
take
ဂိမ်းကောင်းတာ
any
let's rap တာအ
physical
ဆင်မပြေလို့တော့
damage
ပြီးသွားပြီ
from
ဒီဘက်မှာလည်း
Yandex.
ကျွန်
It's
တော်
so
Terror Blade က
high that
73
you're
နှစ်ကို
just
man
dying
test တိုင်ရ
in a second. And this is what I was
Bro,
afraid of.
in
when
the
I
real
picked, like,
Rochi
this
are
hero
about.
can work, but if you
အာ
start
လက်ကြီး
falling
ကလမ်း
behind
ကြုံ
the
လေး
dying
လမ်းကြုံ
minutes-
လေး
Oh no, not again. I think
Well,
Crystals
Legend
also
only
didn't see
can
it.
will load
They
it.
saw his career, now they see him clearly.
အေး silent
He'll
Yeah.
go. Silence Walrus Punch.
Yeah.
The control
Oh,
is there, and the
God.
damage to get this kill is enough. They land the stun, but does Saksa even die here? Not really. They don't have the ways to catch these heroes, and the Diabolic Edict does nothing.
That was actually
Nice
a
dog,
risky
Alex,
play
Alex.
from
But
Yandex.
where
to
are
go
people
for
to
a
play
kill.
well,
He
you
gets
know?
the
Oh,
ulti
the
out
Ali
there,
went
and he
down.
might actually be in trouble. But they have more than enough damage with this lead. They take him out, and they get out as well. Under those circumstances, at this part of the game, usually you're just forcing out TPs with a play like that. But to kill a carry, to force out TPs and still get out without losing a single hero, that is not something that you see too often. And I think it is just a testament to how bad this game is going for Mouz, even if you do not look at the current net worth state.
Blink dagger now for the Night Stalker, and not going
hiding
to
it.
show it.
Oh boy.
He wants to find a way in now with this Blink dagger and nighttime. It feels like it's always nighttime.
Okay, Mouz are getting some items. The defusal is there on the Pango, and you're gonna have a blink on Lorna fairly soon. So at least something. But then, as soon as daytime comes, you need to smoke, and smoke some more to try to equalize this game as much as possible. One of those smokes doesn't work, the game might as well be over.
Going off again, Blink, Crush. Here comes the Night
ဟုတ်
Stalker.
တယ်ရောကြိုစောင့်နေရ
Well,
လေး
this
တော့
time
ကောင်းပါ
around,
ပြီ
the chase is on. The Rolling Thunder is there. They
ဟို
have
ဘာ
an
လို့ပါဟဲ့
answer.
ဂတ်လုပ်ပေး
And
တာ
this will be a kill unnoticed. A killing spree going the way of Crystallis. But they want to go back in. They've got heroes. They've got Cheer Jr. ready to jump. But all 5 from the side of Mauser
Gak
here.
look
And
eight
has
earlier,
a kill that
so-
will at least push Crystallis further towards this battle fury.
That bottom move from Yandex, I still think it was unnecessary, but it worked out. This was an unnecessary move that
Okay, well-
didn't work out. And it buys time now.
Well, they got the wrong game on,
Saksa.
အဲ့လိုမျိုးပေါ့ inside lane နေရန်နေသွားတဲ့အချိန် inside lane pressure တွေက mid ကိုပြီးအဲ့တော့ mid ကလည်းတောက်လျှောက်ကျုံးခံရပြီးတော့အခုကကော3កောင်လုံးနေတယ်လို့ဖြစ်
Crystallis has at least this battle fury flying out. In just a moment.
Not an ideal timing, but better late than never.
Just holding it in his stash currently. Now he has it flying out. There we go.
Right now, Yandex could be looking towards Rosh. Considering that it's daytime, you can buy yourself time for the next nighttime, where you're definitely going to be going for tier 2s. So stay around the Rosh area a little bit, and
Probably
then
didn't
once,
know in there, no?
once the
They don't
nighttime is
believe it,
approaching, you can focus on that first.
အဲ့ဆိုလည်းအဲ့လောက်ကျတော့ခံနိုင်ရှိမှာမဟုတ် probably
Went up here and
ကဲလက်ကြီးကခုအဖြူအဲ့
got
ဒါတော့
vision.
fan
They
တော့
see
fan
this.
နေ
With that corrosive haze, they saw him, their own eyes.
With their crazy moves, they're now convinced Mouz that every single time that they're going for something, that they're showing themselves that they're going for a kill. So you can see that Mouz TP'd in, but at least they're gonna be able to use those TPs for a smoke.
Dire's middle tower
no.
is under attack.
Oh,
Radiant's
they
bottom
missed each
tower
other, and
is
they
under
might just
attack.
find Crystallis because of it.
Radiant structures are
Oh,
fortified.
he's just out outside of vision, spotted him in the end.
Now they know where he is, but the team might be able to react to this. They've got the silence, the
know,
Walrus
bro.
Punch, can they keep him alive? They've got the Hand of God, they just gotta
I
get him
don't
out of
care
the
why.
silence, but the damage is too much. You even want to fight this without
ဒီပါဒီ
troll.
မှာ
You
Terra
look
Blade တွေ
for
ပါ
a kill
ဆင်း
on
လာ
the
ပြီးပြစ်
tusk.
လို့ရတယ်
You're
အခြေအနေ
pulling
က
him back with the Centaur, you go to the Rolling Thunder, but you don't land it onto the tusk.
No.
Lightning Storm
Terra
slows
Blade
him
ကြာလာ
down,
ပြီ
but there's the Ice Path macro
Well, let's go
fire.
to the mechanic,
The
I know.
ward off is going to be
Or
safe
GG
for
boy,
a
or
second,
Toto,
but
you
in
don't worry.
so much trouble.
Terra Blade တော့
Without
တောင်း
the
တတောင်း
troll,
နေ
this
ဒီ
is
နဲ့
just
နှစ်
an
ဆလောက်ပြောင်း
impossible fight, and the Rolling Thunder didn't initially hit on anything. So he's going to have his TP stopped, and that's 4 heroes dead on the side of Mouz.
While this was happening, Watson, he took the tower on the bottom lane. So the tier 2 died, he TP'd then to finish this fight off as well. He didn't contribute much to the
Yeah,
damage
we
to
won't
the
run
but
for someone
as soon as
check
you
that.
see
I
the
mean,
Terra
no,
Blade
lane
into
him,
that
I am
fight as
pure.
well, you know that it is
အလိမ့်
over.
မှာမျှကြည့်တဲ့ခုလောက်
Just look at
ကောင်း
it.
တယ်တော်စင်
They burst down the troll.
Hey,
Yamek
no,
wasn't close
look,
enough.
lane
Even
lane,
though it
bro.
looks
Meko
like
ma
he might
pressure
be getting
team.
there in time.
Yeah.
There's no
No,
way.
but
Second
so,
with
yeah.
that bash procs, that's too much damage for the troll to survive. They're just way too far behind at this moment.
You're fighting here when, maybe they should be potentially trying to slow down, but they smoked
Homebrew
as well.
mother
This
town
was a
water.
reaction,
You know?
and they were a bit too far away
Hey,
due to the
tier
fact that they smoked, try and make something.
right there ကဟိုစကားဒီတွေပါရတော့မယ်
They probably
Let's
feel like
check
they
it
have
out.
to, right? Because you have this diffusal, you have this blink on the lash. It's not like you went for some farm.
အဲ့ကတခြားနဲ့ကြွားလဲနေပြီ
You went for items that are gonna allow
အဲ့
you
ကျွ
to
တ်ကို
get
အများကြီး
kills.
မျော်လင့်တာဘီလီ
And
၄
your
ကောင်ကွာ
trolls
ဟိုဘက်က
are
အဲ့လို
so far behind,
RSM
so
လည်းမ
you
များ
get
ဘူး
so much farm.
ကဲ
You
မင်း
have a
ကောင်လည်း
blink
ဒီဘက်မှာ
on the
share လို့ဒီမှာ
tower.
I
don't think you have a choice as Mouse.
Well,
in
it
this
has
game.
a
You're
kill
not
out, yeah.
coming back into it by
Radiant are
farming. It's just not what your lineup does.
This feels like if you're going to be making an aggressive move without your troll, you want to know where they're at so your troll's not getting jumped.
Yep. And there it is, just before nighttime, they walk into the pit. I think if Yandex closed their eyes at the start of this game and imagined like the perfect way for the game to develop for them, that they wouldn't have come up with what has happened. In this game too. Of course, you're hoping for it to be as best as possible, but this is just amazing. Like 20 seconds before the nighttime, you just want to go for the opponents. You get the Aegis, and you've already taken down one tier 2. So imagine if with the first Aegis you take down every single tier 2 they have, that pretty much means that you win the game. You have to have some big counter, like much stronger late game or something, some big timings that they're looking for them to even be considered as a team that has a shot, and they don't.
One fight would be a big win here for Mouz.
Let's see how they set it up. We have to think about how they should set it up.
The problem is I don't think they win.
တာဝါချိုးတော့နိုင်နိုင်ဟေးမောင်း
They need to pick off and then a
မောင်းကရဲ့အခြေ
4-5
အနေကတော့ဘုတော့မလွယ်တဲ့
So they
Again,
have to
even
be the
that's
ones
gonna be
starting.
difficult. Yeah.
They have to be the ones starting. That means that
မောင်းကအဓိကအဲ့ lecturer ဗတဲ့ဘွဲလောက်နိုင်ပြီအဲ့ဒါမလွယ်တော့ပါဘူးဒီနောက်ဘုံနေရတော့အဲ့တော့
and then a left
Remember
flank
Nigeria
would need
ne?
to go into the back lines when he has his Ghost Scepter. To me, that's the only realistic thing. I don't know how
ဒီ
they're
နေ့အဓိက
gonna find
lane
a
ပေးသွားတာ
pick-off, and then Yandex
Well,
being
look,
dumb enough to give them a fight, right? If they're not in an awesome position to clean it out 4 versus 5 anyways.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're sitting this little track over mid for a little bit.
ပြမှာ bro
Just taking their time to farm.
print နဲ့
Not
ဖတ်
really
ပေါ်
reacting
အပွဲ
to
လေး
the
ကပါ
pressure that Yandex is putting onto their base at the moment. No need to try and fight that.
ဒီရှင်နေသူ
I
နှစ်သိန်းချီ
still-
Farming without the Aegis.
Oh man, if you let the last outer tower go, you're never getting a good smoke out on the map ever in this game. So I'm thinking Mouz are gonna fight for this tower.
Oh.
You just have to.
Yeah,
I know
I
you're
need it.
gonna have an SNY, but it's do they really have a choice?
like a
I
big
think
effect
with
you
this
know
Ghost
about
Scepter
not
on the
necessarily
Lesh,
them
that's their
apply
best
or
bet, where they can protect this
and
tier
this
2
style.
get at least a little bit of an extension on it.
ကျုံကြီးတော့ဖြစ်နေပြီ
And they did smoke up. Smart choice. I mean, not smart, like the only choice they have.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're away now with this butterfly. Christos will have the SNY soon, but then he wants an MKB.
You have
If
to.
he could get to the MKB, I could see him taking over a fight in which he's not the first one to.
I could actually see him taking a fight even when he is jumped, right? If there's a good disruption, if there's a good turnaround, might not even be bad to have him in the middle of it, but it still relies on that moment that he needs to have that MKB, right?
Notice gonna spot this Pangolier, and
အဲ့တော့ဖန်ကိုတော့ကောင်တော့စမိပြန်
he's starting to back
Yeah.
up, but they've got
Oh,
the
passe
follow-ups
va
of these
suele.
Blink Daggers. They'll find Yamage too, Rolling Thunder to try and get out of here. Continuing to try, and finally Rolling Thunder's into some shards. He's still able to TP
မဟုတ်
out.
ဘူးဗျဒီကေပြဒီပွဲကတော့ trap ကတော့တကယ်
Flying towards the mid lane tower.
ဒိန်းကြတော့လေပြောရခတ်တယ်ဗျအဲ့တော့ဒီ
Make
ကျိုး
sure
ပဲ
that one
ဟော
falls.
ဒိန်းအားကျိုးသွားတော့
You're
ပွဲရ
gonna be
အဲ့မှာ
pretty
trap
much
ချီတော့မရ
winning
ဘူး
the
ဗျ
game
ဒိန်း
with
ကျိုး
this
သွားလို့
one
အခုက
fight
ဖိ
on
ကန်
Yandex.
နေရအဲ့
Mouz,
လို
they
ဖြစ်
barely get out, but it's not worth it. Okay, they're not even beelining to tier 2. They're beelining to the
ဒိန်းအရင်ကျိုးသွား
Axis.
လို့လို့မရ
Well, they know nothing can stop them from going up on the high ground. There is no
Oh,
Rolling Thunder
don't they,
available.
young?
Silence on a boom. Shield
Extra
crash
got
over
three,
shards,
I
and
may-
now looking to
Ghost
get
City.
killed here on
Oh.
the notice. He goes into the Ghost
Ghost
Scepter,
Scepter,
the
dame,
vampire
me
now
hago
standing in
una
it.
Asperia,
And the
Chile.
God Ice Path, they need the disruption. They'll get the save.
ဒီမှာစမုလာအော်ပေးသွားလို့ဟမ်
Just barely
အဲ
survived.
တမ်းမရှိတာအကုန်လုံးကြတာပဲ mouse
Heroes Blink
Who's
also
that
there
tier
a
3
bit late. right? He jumped in and he broke that smoke instantly, but it was enough to disjoint the attacks from Watson.
Thunder ပွဲဒီနေ့ Thunder ပွဲရှိတော့လားပြလိုက်တယ်
I believe they take a tier 3, but
ပြဒီ9နာရီကြာမှဒီပွဲစရတယ်
time for Troll to
ဒီပွဲ
continue
နောက်မှာ
farming,
sprint နဲ့ back ထပ်ပြ
get a couple more items. Not
10နာရီလောက်ဖြစ်
they get too much room to breathe. As it looks like they're gonna fight again. Boom. He's out here forward, but maybe they just blink in and jump him. He is willing to go for this creep all the way forward.
They probably know everybody's there, right? Look at the top and the bottom lane with nobody showing, and then you've got like Pango being
5 minutes
being all like I'm a
ည
hero
ကို
in the mid lane. So,
ပြကရဲ့အကျန်ကုန်ကလုံးစားချက် goal scepter မ
this is
ပြော
an
ပါ
opportunity for Mouz.
Maybe.
ဩဓာတ်ကရင်မခုံဝင်အောင်ရေး
Instead,
သွားပြီဒီနေ့
nothing.
Beautiful illusion usage there, stopping the blink of Lorinov. If he had blinked in, maybe you get something. But Watson was definitely looking out for his position 5.
See where Yandex are farming, just pressuring forward, not really giving Mouz chances, but they are smoked again on just Celery still.
Dire are scanning.
Can't even see anybody. Bloom's the one stepping forward. They're continuing to try and go for these creeps, and for the side of Mouz to come back, they're going to need a highlight here. And if you want to see all the highlights, exclamation point F in the chat, and you can get all the highlights from the Fissure
ဟိုတပတ်တဲ့ပွဲပေါ့ပတ်တဲ့ပွဲနိုင်ပြီ let's go
events.
ခဏလေးရှိလာမယ်
After the Fissure universe. So click the banner below or exclamation point F, and you can get yourself some highlights.
What kind of highlight would you like to see, B Cup here? Would you like to see a highlight of Yandex 3-shotting every Mouz hero, or Mouz turning the fight around?
I'd like to. I'm always an underdog guy. Come back.
ဟော
with
ရေး
a
ပတ်တဲ့
good-
ထွန်းတော့
goes
အ
in
စော
the
ကြီး
ult
ဖွင့်ရ
early,
တယ်
though.
ဟုတ်လေတင်မဟာရှိရို
And
င်းနဲ့
they've got the root, but do they
Eh,
have
I
the
mean,
follow?
hold it, yo,
BKB,
don't
the
show the
damage
code,
is
you know,
good
eh?
for Chrysalis,
Oh,
but
phone beyond one,
it's just
yeah,
not
right.
enough. Now he's without this ult. The chase is on. They'll have the blinks ready in a second.
ငါကလည်းရှေ့မှာမိနေတယ်
They do not catch Chrysalis instead.
I mean, I like
They're
to go,
sitting
yeah,
on
look,
the
go,
boot.
look,
They
let's
find him
try
with
to
the
do
silence.
that,
Look at the
though.
Walrus punching down the
Follow
follow-up.
me.
Hand of
Oh,
God's coming in. Chrysalis
Yeah,
running
BKB.
away, and maybe a little bit too deep here
BKB
from
on
this
McKenna,
Night
no, that's
Stalker.
right,
They
now
get the
down here.
kill. They'll take out notice. They'll look for Celery. The snowball is in. The Slither Crush misses, but Celery's
Double
still
kill.
going to be right-clicked down by
Eh,
Watson,
I'm
who's
ice
got the
pack
triple
me.
kill. Well, Shrek, Ghost Scepter, but eventually you will die. You will
Let's
come back
forget
to
the
form and
button,
be
yeah,
gone.
every time.
Ultra kill for this terribly.
အင်းတူလေးကတော့ဒီလောက်ပါပဲ
Saving Private
They're
Crystal,
obliquely
they're like,
told,
we
yeah.
saved our troll,
အဲ့ဒါ
let's
တိုင်းမှာဘယ်သူ
go.
မှလည်းကျုံးလို့မရဘူး
What have you lost in that process? 4 of your heroes, now a full laner axe as well. That is a bummer. They really did a good job at pulling him out, and we're constantly following him with the camera as every single one of his teammates that are making that wall are dying one by one.
ကြီးတော့ဖြစ်နေတာကွာဟမ်ပြေးဆိုတော့အကြာကြီးနဲ့ခုတ်တာ
Cut through all of this from
ဟောရှိတော့မပိုင်တော့အစ္စလာလာလေးရလာ
starting to ramp up. He's starting to get the damage, but he just does not have the time on that ult or the time in that fight.
He's going for a
Make it
BKB,
happen.
he's not going for an MKB first, right? So I guess his idea is that when this happens, he can pop the BKB instead of popping his ulti. He got spooked there, that he thought that the Night Stalker was gonna jump him, and then he's gonna be helpless and not gonna be able to use his ulti.
Dropping the voice line.
Do you have it?
The kissy meow meow. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Do you spam it?
6%.
မယူတော့မယူလို့နေတော့ဘယ်လိုမဖြစ်နိုင်တော့ Terra Play ကတော့ဒန်ဖြစ်အရင်မပါသေးဘူး
That's too
အဲ့
low.
လက်ချက်တော့မရတော့တော့ပါဘူးဝယ်နေတယ်ပြောင်းပါ
I think it might be too high. This game feels very over.
အဲ့ဒီ0
Yep, it really does. But 6%, you know, it is a pretty over game, right? Because it uses the stats of all of the Dota games, and you really need to screw up to lose this one.
You know, maybe it happens, but we do have a very farm Terrorblade. Smoke up.
အနောက်ကနေတော့ဆိုင်ပါဟဲ့
5-man smoke.
ဒီဘက်လေးတော့တစ်
Mouz
ချက်တော့ရှိ
gonna
ဩ
pick up
ဒါ
the
ပေမဲ့
start.
true တော့အရင်တွေ့
Maybe
သွား
they
ပြီ
can, but the smoke is broken now in. Ow.
အေးအဲ့ဒါကောင်းတယ်နော်
With throwing
ကီလို့ရ
thunder,
ကီ
but
မရဘူး
kicking buddies in
ဆက်
the
ရဲတော့
snowball.
လုံး
Look
ဝ
at where
ကောင်းလိုက်
Warnoff
တဲ့
is
စိတ်
at. He's just gonna
I'll
get
take it
nullified,
down.
hand to God, and he'll eventually melt. But they've got the damage, get the kill on both supports. They take him out. But now, Ristless, he's got this ult.
Don't
Pop the
get it.
BKB, the
BKB.
chase is on, but the
It's
damage
still
from
lit.
Watson on the
Oh.
high
Gone.
ground. Oh man! Never a chance
play
to
Yamp
pop
for a
that
while,
ult,
Boom
stopping the
mechanic.
TP of
Play
Boom. He is gonna die here, and that will be 4 heroes
Game
dead.
3.
Another triple kill, and
Yeah.
GG is called.
round 10 တော့က damage item မ
we
ပါ
get
သေး
to
ဘူး
see a real series here.
ကဲသေးလောက်နဲ့
Like
ထူတာ
Mouz, they did crush their opponents in game 1, but now they got crushed back. You know what that means, B-Cop? That means that game 3 will be a close 60-minute brawl, maybe even more, where it's gonna be super close. Though to be honest, whenever I
Fisher
watch these
ပွဲ
big
လေး
teams,
အကြောင်း
it's
တစ်စေး
almost
တစ်စောင်း
never
လုပ်လိုက်ရင်
close.
ကောင်းမယ်တဲ့
Like one of them is crushing the other side, and once again, I'm seeing
Fisher
Yandex
ပွဲလေး
just
အကြောင်းတစ်
adjust
စေး
to
တစ်စေး
everything. They
အော်
usually
Oh, man.
lose the
Damn
first game, and they're just
ပါရီထော်သွားတာကြီး
and
အစားဆုံးပဲ
their, understanding of how to draft versus
ဒီနေ့
certain
တော့ဒီ
teams
နှစ်ပွဲ
has been next to none.
အန်ဒရာမနာပြန်
Yesterday
ငါကွယ်
when I
နော်
was,
တနေ့နှစ်ပွဲ
talking
ပဲ
to
ကောင်းတယ်
Panda, I'm like
ဟုတ်တယ်
Liquid
အေးမ
and
အော်မ
Yandex
ဒီနေ့ကျရင်တော့သုံးပွဲ
especially
မနေ့ပြန်ကျရင်တော့
have been
သုံးပွဲလာပြီ
improving rapidly throughout this tournament, and in my mind, you need to push
ဟို
them
ဒီနေ့တော့
out
နှစ်ပွဲပဲ
right
ငါ
now.
ခွဲ
To be
ရယ်
honest,
ကျွန်တော်
Yandex, these guys
Right, 9နာရီရယ်
are
အခု
hella
ပါ
scary, right?
9နာရီ
Mouz,
လား
if
မဟုတ်
you,
10နာရီခွဲတစ်ပွဲနော်
if you want to
That
have
boy,
a
man.
chance later on versus
မနေ့ပြန်ကျရင်ကျတော့
the
9ခွဲနဲ့ 9နာရီ
the upper bracket now, and hope that whoever
Ah,
faces them in the lower bracket pushes them out immediately, because their rise to power has been incredibly rapid, and if they continue with this trajectory, they're gonna
ဘယ်ကိုတန်ဒရာအောက်ရောက်နေရိုင်းတက်စတိုမောက်စ်ပါအပေါ်ရောက်
Sneak
ဆောင်းရင်
MVP, Watson,
Kaya
no
ka na.
surprise. Basically, a 1-to-1 on the net worth to damage, doing really well, involved in a lot, 13-0-5, never dying, and honestly, just feels like Yandex, their game was pretty even, or easy, not
လူ
even.
စင်းရဆိုရင်တော့
Their
နော်
route
နှစ်သိန်းလုံးကတော့
to
မျှတော့
victory
မျှပါတယ်ရန်တက်စလူစင်းရတယ်
drawn out
ခုနပြောလို့
based
ရှုပ်လို့
on
မရဘူး
just
ဂလရီတာနှစ်ကောင်
they
တ
were
န်ဒရာ
able to
တစ်ကောင်
really
ပြီးတော့
make
ချီယာ
sure
ဂျူနီယာ
that
တို့ပါ
they
တော့အ
had
ရင်တော့
everything
TI နေ
ready
ပါတယ်
to
သူ
go,
တို့
and
လူငယ်
honestly,
တွေ
it
ပဲ
worked
ဝင်
out.
ဆော့
They
အောင်
started
ရောက်တယ်
finishing,
TI
they felt
ကတော့
like they were the ones in the lead,
Yandex
and
က
we'll see if they
နော်
can do it
လူ
again
စင်းရ
in
တော့မ
game
ဆို
number 3. It's 1-1. Winners
Notice
top
ကလည်းဒါအ
three,
ရင်တော့
and
ဗတ်ဘုံ
we'll
ပါ
see
တော့
who
ဆော့တာ
wins.
ပြီးမှနည်းနည်းပျောက်
We've
သွား
got
တာ
ourselves a little bit of a break.
အေး
We'll see you guys
FNG
in a
တို့
moment.
နော်
Stay
ဗတ်ဘုံတက်ခက်မှာသူတို့ဆော့သေးတယ်31ပါလားမနေ့ပြန်ရှိရတော့လားအော်31မှာကွာမကြည့်မြင်အဲ့တော့ဒီနေ့ပြီးရင်နားမှာပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ဒီနေ့နှစ်ပွဲပြီးသွားရင်နားမယ်31မှာပြန်စနော်အဲ့ပြန်မရှိကဲအဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော် game 3 graphics ဆိုင်ပြန်တွေ့မယ်အားလုံးပဲ
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
This will do just fine.
Cool of you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire are scanning. Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire are scanning. Scanning.
School given.
this reserve time finally. Wondering about this ban.
I guess you don't have to get rid of that Pango. Because your opponents haven't done so good with it. Maybe just target Lorinov, right? Get rid of this Squap. Like, what are you gonna play now?
That's what I was thinking before. Just stay focused on him.
Or maybe that DK, though. Ursa is a counter to the DK, though, but DK is still a Lorinov hero as well, so it doesn't have to be that late game DK. With Ursa counters, a mid DK might be fine, so they do get rid of it. So let's see, is it gonna be a Saksa hero? No? Malady hasn't played a Pugna thus far in this tournament. Might be that they're looking at this as a deny pick, that they thought that their opponents are going to get the Pugna and maybe even lane it with the Timbersaw versus the Ursa.
10 seconds remaining.
We saw Bounty banned in the last game. Maybe a team wants to take that Bounty Hunter.
It would be good for Yandex.
I was going to say, I could still see it here for Mouz. Especially if you want to beat out this Yandex lineup by just having a gross amount of farm.
Radiant team pick.
They go to that typical duo. You've seen them played together so many times. This is a very aggressive support duo.
So, Saksa, is it gonna be a...
ကဲရပါပြီမိုက်ကြီးပိတ်ပြီးပြောတင်းမသောတွေတကယ်ဟော့နေတာပဲလို့နော်အားလုံးပြောနေတာကိစ္စကတော့အားရပြော
Actually,
တင်းမသောအကြောင်းဆွေးနွေးနေတာဒီတင်းမသောတွေကဟောဘယ်ကြောင့်အဲ့လိုဟော့နေရသနည်း
because you're then with the Pugna and the
ပြီးတော့တင်းမသော first pick ဆိုလဲကျွန်တော်အာဆာတွေနဲ့ကောင်တာတာနော်ပြီးသွားရင်ကျွန်တော် Pagna တွေဆိုတော့တင်းမသောကတကယ်ပဲအဲ့လိုကောင်တာဖို့လိုရလားပြီးတော့တကယ်ပဲဘာလို့အဲ့လို first pick တွေနော်ဒါနဲ့တန်းပြီးတော့ pick ကြတယ်
that's fine. It's a flex for them, right? So it's their...
I mean, Asa pa wine no le maloy pero Pagna le shi ne. Din me so maloy.
Right? So this time
ပေါ်မဆောင်ဒီနကောင်အပေါ်ကဒီကောင်နကောင်နိုင်သွားတဲ့ကောင်နဲ့ပြီးတော့ဒီ separate ဘက်ပေါ်နိုင်သွားတဲ့ကောင်နဲ့ဆောက်ရမှာ
5 seconds remaining.
Bounty still not half bad, right? Because both the Ursa and the Pango are hunting heroes. They do
They're hunting
contribute
heroes,
to
but
the
these
kill
aren't the
flow.
weakest supports.
True. Everybody on the side of Mouz survives for a decent amount of time. You might find yourself lacking damage.
And
So Mouz are
position
like
5
99%.
Okay, Pagna fight so le
co-op right
position
now.
4ပေါ့လေ support ကောင်
So just prepare for that.
Shadow Demon ဟိုနေ့က mouse အကွက်နဲ့ mouse ကိုပြန်တီးပြီနော် Shadow Demon ရဲ့ Pagna save တဲ့နှစ်ကောင်နဲ့
I'm not loving their support duo comparatively. Maybe in a bubble.
အဲ့ကွက်ကတာဝိုင်းတော့
where
ဆောင်း
you
မိုက်
see
တယ်
the
နော်
other
တက်လို့
side
မရ
of
တော့
it.
Pagna save လိုက် Shadow Demon
Two
save
save supports. I can get behind that, but is that
အဲ့တော့နည်းနည်း backline နိုင်တဲ့ကောင်တွေရွေးမလားနောက်မှ ခုနကပြောရလို့ nice talker တွေပါပြန်ရွေးလိုက်လေရတာပဲ
want to play aggressive.
Timber Soy
early in the
Mippo,
game
man.
might be what you need to just stop them from finding.
အဲ့ backline ကိုကြီးမဲ့ကောင်လို့
The thing is that the Mouz supports don't really have to commit, right? You've got the shards, you've got the cookie. You can stay farther back.
ဖက်ကွန်က
You can
lower
poke-
ဆင်းသွား
poke
တယ်
at the,
ဖက်ကွန်
poke
တို့
at the opponents
Andra
throughout the
Rua
game,
lower ma.
in the early game as well. And I think now you're gonna get the Quap, and then these supports of Yandex are just gonna get bursted down.
Dire team back.
ဟော Emera in နေကမှာ
It's gonna be a mid timber, it seems.
as a lane
Yeah,
ကို
versus the
ကော
Ursa.
င်းကောင်းလေး
Okay,
ထိန်းနေ
makes a lot of sense.
တင်းပါမစ်ပေါ့ကတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ off top ပြ
This
ပါ
is a good one.
အဲ့ဒါတော့
Use
လွယ်
against
တော့
Shadow
ဗီဒီယိုထဲ
just
မှာ
in
တော့ပါ
case.
ပါတယ်တင်းပါဆော
For them to send the Ursa, maybe.
ကဲ
to the
လက်ကြီး
offlane,
ပါ
I
ဆော့မ
guess.
လဲနော်ခုနကပွဲကလက်ကြီးဘာမှမလုပ်ပြနိုင်ဘူးဟုတ်ပါ What
Have here.
10 seconds remaining.
If in theory
Sorry,
taking
the
a potential jog out of the equation. they
အဲ့တော့
can
ရာမင်းက
jog
test
out.
က fan တော့အရင်ကမှ stunning ဆော်တော့ကလည်းလို့တောက်ချောက်
I mean, you
အော
could
က်ရှောက်
play
အဲ့လိုမျိုး test ကား
troll
တွေ
out
ပဲ
of
ဆော့
the way again. It's actually not a. It's actually a really good troll game for Mouz again.
Even against the Decrepify and
Fissure.
Yeah,
Very thing ကတော့ PP
exactly
နေကောင်မှာ
versus
ပေါ့
them
တွဲ
'cause
ရ
you buy
ပေါ့
an Aghanim Scepter.
အပင်းလုံး
And then
အဲ့
you
ဒ
point
တာ
out
မှာ
to
တော့
your
အဲ့
side,
နှစ်သိန်း
you
ကို
point
အားပေး
out
ပြ
to
တယ်
the
အမေ
crap.
နှစ်သိန်းလုံးက PP ကအားပေးလို့တော့မရပါဘူး
Pugna used to be like the
ဒီကောင်မှာကတော့
the
လက်ရှိ
troll
အားပေး
counter
နေတယ်
that
ဆို
you
ပေမဲ့လေ
get rid of it.
ဟိုပြောတောက်လျှောက်ပြောလို့
I
ပေါ့
don't
နေကောင်မှာ
know.
လေလူတွေချင်းချင်းနဲ့ဟိုတွေကြိုက်တဲ့ player တွေကမရှိတော့ဘူးနောက်ဆုံးအကုန်ကြီးပဲကြံခဲ့တယ်နေကောင်မှာဆိုရဲအကုန်ကြီးပဲကြံခဲ့
See, Crystallis, what will you play? They could play that jug that you mentioned.
I don't know. It
အဲ
feels
လက်
like
ကြီး
if
ပါ
you
ဆော့မ
can
လဲ
take that
troll
away
ပါတယ်
too, right?
ဘာသာနည်း
Decrepify,
နည်းကြောက်တဲ့
not
နှစ်
the
ကောင်
best against him, not like a end all be all. But
This
disruption
is-
also makes life a little bit more difficult.
This is how I look at it. You don't even look at the jug as the Omni Slash in this game. You look at him as a healing ward, right? That is how Mouz have been.
လက်ကြီး
playing
ရဲ့
that-
best hero တွေ
that
မှာ
juggernaut,
draw
right?
ဆိုတာပါတယ်နော် Poppy train ပြလိုက်တဲ့ hero တွေမှာ Templar တို့ draw တို့
I think you've got
နော်
Kisses,
Blessy က Razor
Chakrams in
အာ
there,
လက်ကြီးအပိုင်နေ
that's
လုံးဝ
good at getting these
အဲ့တော့၄ကောင်တော့အဲ့၄ကောင်တွေကပဲထွက်လာမယ်ထင်ပါတယ်
AoE spell.
အမိုင်းမှာတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုး Razor တွေတော့တိတ်မဆော့တော့သူ TI မှာတော့ဆော့ကြည့်တယ်အမေမနိုင်တာအရင်များလာတဲ့နောက်မှာနော်မဆော့တော့
Ulti times.
DK ban
If
လာတ
you
ယ်
have it, you could go to Black Hole.
အော်အဖြစ်ခိုင်ရိုတဲ့နော်မနေ့ကတော့သူခိုင်ရိုက divine တွေပါတယ်နေတော့
So,
ထုထားတာ
it's still
Oh,
they
Mania,
want
but
to
the
end
Nia
the
did
game
it.
early,
Yeah,
I
it was.
guess. Right, so
ခိုင်
even though
ရို
Ursa is
yes
not
ကောင်းပါတယ်
good counter to the
ပဲ
gyro,
rain ကောင်တွေကောင်း
it
နေ
doesn't matter if you get your items early in this one and you're backed up by a Tuscan and an
တယ်
Enigma.
Timber
The
ဆိုတော့
Ursa
အ
cannot
ပန်
really
ကို
come
ဘာ
back
လုပ်မ
for
လဲ
you.
off လုပ်မလားနော် mid လုပ်မလားဒီဘက် ဟိုဟာနဲ့တော့ gyro နဲ့တော့ထိန်းလို့ရတယ်ပန်
Kira
ကို off ဆိုလေ
unnoticed. What do you get here? I feel like they need damage. What? Oh, listen to me. This is a Kira Morphling mid. Let's go. Give me a Kira Morphling.
Beastmaster, Ags build.
It's a good Beastmaster game.
ဟုတ်တယ်
not
နော်
gonna lie.
solo တော့ဆာ
But
ဆို
I
ရယ်
really want to see a Kira Morphling.
တီ2000တို့နဲ့လားမသိတီ2000တို့ဆို that's right
They got a little
Ooh.
Shrek last pick.
ဒီပေါ်လေ mouse drop ပဲတော့
It's
ကြိုက်
solid
တယ်ဟေး
last game.
နော်
Once you get the
mouse drop
BKB,
လေးရ
there's
တော့
actually
ဆုံး
no
ဆုံးကြီး
burst
လေးလည်းဖြစ်တယ်
coming off
ဟော
from them.
damage
It's not
လည်း
like you're
အားတယ်
dealing
တခု
with
ပဲ
the,
အဲ့
with the physical damage.
ဘာကနာ
burst
Cherry
over the
Demon
BKB,
နဲ့
you're
ဆိုတော့အဲ့
dealing
နှစ်
with
ကောင်
the
နော်
pure
နည်းနည်း
damage
ရှား
burst,
ပွေရတဲ့အ
and
ပိုင်း
that
တော့ရှိ
you deal with that with the BKB easily.
အဲ့လိမ့်နေလဲတော့မိုက်ပါတယ်ဒီပွဲတော့လိမ့်နေစရာမရှိဘူး mouse
It's
get drop
actually
က
quite close.
အောက်မှာလေအဲ့
in terms of
Enigma
drafts.
test ကဆိုတော့ရဆောင်းရဲအောင်
Yandex
ဆိုတော့
have
နော်တော့
definitely
ဘက
dealt
အာဆာ
with
ရောင်
their
လွယ်မှာမ
damage
ဟုတ်
issue right
ဘောလေ
now,
ခိုင်
picking
ရို
up this,
နဲ့ဆိုတော့ yes
picking
လိမ့်
up
နေ
this
တော့
Roshan.
mouse ကတားတယ်ဒီပွဲတော့ကြိုက်တယ် mouse
Wolf lineup
Give us
pretty
some
easy to
minute.
execute, honestly.
Yep. Not too hard at all. But I still think Mouse's is easier, right? Let's say you lose a hero or two, you don't have a hero on the map. Yandex cannot fight. They still need the slash to have saves for him. They need the Pango to keep people in place. Whereas Mouse, if you look at them, it's basically if the gyro is in front, getting into the backlines is going to be impossible. You have so many ways to jump in. Your burst potential, it's easier to kill people, especially in the early stages of the game, and it's also much harder to read. Let's say Mouse are going for a move. It might be Timbersaw that's killing you. It might even be the gyrocopter coming in. If it's Yandex, who's killing you? It's only the Lesh. So you keep tabs on where Kira is moving, and you're fine. And I think that this Tusk will actually camp the Lesh on the mid lane once the nighttime comes. Nighttime comes, Lorenov hits level 6. You kill the Lesh a couple of times, if you can, and I think you will be able to, right? Because Boom, if he stays in a 1 versus 1 versus the Ursa, he's winning. Crystallis, if he stays in a 1 versus 1 versus the Pango, he's winning. So you get the hate onto the mid lane, you get these supports onto the mid lane. Yes, they save Kira's lives, but you are better in your side lanes. I think Mouse have a bit of an easier time, especially first 10-15 minutes. Very, very easy for them to read exactly what Yandex want to do in every part of this game.
We'll see who executes, who wins this game and gets themselves into the top 3. As we'll be getting into game number 3. How this all goes is Lorenov's going to be on Timber, showing another hero in this series that he can play. Played that Ember first, and
But Mouse Drop
but
throw
is the
ခုနပေါ်လေ mouse drop ကြိုက်တာမဲ့ lane ချိုးသွားတယ်ဒီပွဲတော့အားသာကြတာ lane ချိုးတဲ့အကြောင်းတော့မရှိ drop နေတယ်
they are certainly
That machine.
focusing his
All
spirit
drop
players
them.
when it comes to these drafts.
And then it gives so much opportunity to everybody else to pick whatever the hell they want. And Chrysalis, both Chrysalis and Boom actually have quite deep hero pools.
Chrysalis reaching into the gyro bag of thought. They smoke late. Let's see what they can get by smoking up this late, where they can go.
30 seconds to battle.
Woody really crossing the river for the side of Yandex. They are also smoked.
Well,
Doesn't look like we'll get a fight.
no, this is the classic "let me at him" smoke. That is what I call it, right? You want everybody to think that you want to fight, but you're actually a coward.
Although, maybe notice swipes a rune. Do not swipe that rune. Smokes broke. 2 apiece. And we sit at the standards.
we will help out.
Yeah, it's blocking the camps. There's gonna be a lot of stacking. This one Timber Saw, Gyro, both of them would like to get those. Though,
Pull up, no? Mouse though.
where's the
Puro
the
check,
USAs
trap
on the
me.
bottom lane? I thought for a second that maybe they were trying to swap out the lanes.
This is again a matchup that I want to see how this kind of goes down. How Ornoff's going to do in this game and how Junior looks on the Leshrac this time. Saw the Leshrac in the last game struggle a little bit, but do you think that it's going to be the same case against this Timbersaw?
I mean, he's not gonna struggle, but it's not the lane that you dominate, right? Usually you see a Lesh versus a melee hero and you think he's gonna be doing really, really well. Nah, Timber does have his ways of shoving out the wave as well, and he should be able to stand his ground quite nicely. So I'd say it's gonna be a farm fest. Timbersaw has a bit better damage and being a melee hero, so maybe he comes out just slightly ahead.
Here with Yamich, and would be surprised to see rotations from these supports, especially maybe keeping Boom solo for a little bit. Yamich with this Tusk, combine that with the Snapfire, you do have easy ways to get kills. Top lane, maybe not so easy to lock down the Pango, but if you catch him out, should be able to get a kill. As this time,
အဲ့ဗျာနော် lane ကနေနေရမရှိဘူးပုံမှန် guide right easy ဟိုမှာလေကျွန်တော်တို့နည်းနည်း
drinking
ငါမှလည်းပဲ2-20 လောက်ဆိုရင်
No, I mean you can hope peak up, but once again we are. I think we're getting really passive side lanes. There's not a lot of kill potential on either of them. To be honest though, there is a decent amount of damage, and also there is
I mean,
rotation
all you know,
potential
most
from
might-
both sides.
ဒီပေါ်
So
ဒီပေါ်
that
mouse
might
row
make
ကို
it
အစား
a
လေ
bit
ဆုံး
more
တိုက်တယ် lane
interesting,
နဲ့
but
လေး
in
တိုက်
straight up 2 versus 2s, somebody's gonna die if they overextend.
တင်လိုက် lane နဲ့လေးဘာမှနိုင်စရာမရှိဘူး
damage early from the Snapfire.
အေးဒါနဲ့မင်းမဆိုးလို့တော့ Still put it low, nigga.
There's quite a bit of damage on every hero, truthfully. Making life a little bit rough, but nothing honestly too crazy. I wouldn't be surprised maybe even Snapfire comes bottom. That might be more realistic of a kill here, especially if you can catch this Ursa. Although Ursa at times is able to just Earth Shock over the shards and getting himself into an escape.
Well, overall though, even if you keep the lanes as they are, Mouz are going to be happy. That's why I'm not sure if they're going to be going for rotations if they want to stop this laning stage at all. Because as Enigma hits level 3, that is when Ursa stops being a threat at all. And at that point, the Enigma is just going to be crushing this lane completely.
See how Enigma holds up right now, keeping up CS with this Ursa. Pugna actually has himself 8 CS. I wonder if that's all Eidolons.
Most of it probably. Right? They did kill 3 early on, and I think all 3 did go to towards the Pugna.
A little bit of a struggle for Ursa early, but it's very
အစားလွယ်လွယ်တော့ပြော Indian က test ကကြီးက enhance strong နဲ့လေ
real specific struggle at all.
အစားတော့မဝမှာပဲ
Look at
မင်းဝ
the mid lane.
နောက်ဆုံးကြည့်ရပွဲမှာ
They have
invo
the
ကားတွေ
same
ဘာလို့
amount
တော်တော်
of
လောက်တယ်မင်းဝ invo
Cookie save, turn around a
ဟုတ်
little
ကွာ
bit.
ဒါ visa မရလို့ကျွန်တော်တို့ standing ပြတ်သွား
Damage
တယ်
there onto the Pangolier, but man, Gyro getting pretty low at that moment. Scary to have the Gyro sit so low at that moment in time, but good cookie by Celery. 1-1-1 build for him.
Shadow Demon with the 2-1 build, so they want to go for fast kills, right? He's the promulgate Shadow Demon, so you disrupt, you go for the disseminate, and then Notice goes for his burst. But the thing is, at that point, you already went through your damage. You don't have that constant output that you would want. But still, you get the Gyro low. He feels a little bit scared. You slow down his farm. That's the play.
Still waiting on this first blood. Might be waiting here a while.
Yep. I was about to say that. Nighttime is coming though, and rotations to the mid lane might be happening as well, especially on the runes. That is where Lesh's life becomes a something that you would want to take away. And if I'm Yamich, I might even want to rotate before the runes just to be able to surprise him. Just TP to the mid lane right now, basically.
အာကြပဲရောင်ရေးရှောပြီအဲ့ဒါ
Lornoff is dying.
Lornoff, he's in trouble. Dive needed the damage
solo
is
kill,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Solo
Oh,
kill,
kill it.
first blood for this Leshrac. Alphys, tag team, Eidolon's in the snowball,
အောက်မှာ damage ကလည်းနည်းနည်းလေးသွားလို့
just getting away.
Early.
Watson with
ဟို
the
နော်
solo
အဲ့လိုမျိုးတွေ
down,
ကွာငါ
and
မောင်း
tag
ချိုက်
to
တယ်ပြော
make
မ
sure
ပြ
that
ဖြစ်
he
တင်
can
တာ
back
ဖြစ်တာ
up.
လို့ solo ကြီးဖြတ်ကေးကန်ရ
That is what we mentioned. Once you get the level 2 Eidolons, the Ursa's lane becomes almost impossible to play. It's gonna get even worse. Celery's dying.
Saksa? Ooh, Celery ends up dead. These back-cutting shots don't do enough. Gotta be careful. There was a salve used. This is tunnel vision.
ဟို
And
ဘေးကန်
maybe
တီ
one
သွား
that
ပြီ
cost Chrysalis his life.
အေးဟေး
He
ဘာ
ends
တွေ
up
လဲ
going
ကွာ
way too far.
ကဲနောက်ဘဝတော့ 1k ကျန်တဲ့ဆိုင်လေးကိုထားပါတော့ဆိုင်လေးကြီးကမသိတာမစ်က solo ကေးကြီးကဆောင်းဝ
You
သိ
were
တာမှာ
definitely happy in that lane, just
ဒီတော့
trading
ဒါ
farm, and now it turns into a disaster. Lornoff will be getting the first rune, but as we saw earlier, Kira did get a solo kill onto him yesterday. He solo killed BZM. Now he's doing the same to Lornoff. Remember when we were like, yeah, Lornoff looking like the best mid laner, and then Kira comes in, and he makes sure to show us that he does not agree with our assessment.
Doing a good job of causing easy disagreement.
MSO တွေမှာရောက်လာ
Get this kill. The
And now my
first
last
Lord
bar, no?
taking out Saksa, but famous with the double jump. Celery cookie away.
Celery,
but
but no, they
Swashbuckle
let it
again.
go.
Notice has a killing spree already.
ဘယ်မှာလို့ပြင်းလက်နေပြီ
Perfect for him. Having a good Pango in this game is going to be huge, right? If you get a early basher later on down the line, you're going to have a good way to stop the black hole as well. It's looking like a great time for him. Plus, he's the one that should be playing around the Lesh. We talked about that this Lesh needs to solve a lot of problems. He's the one that's going to be doing the damage. A Pango with an early diffusal is a huge damage dealer, so you might not be needing to just rely on this Lesh. And that's the thing, both of the playmakers from Yandex are having the games of their lives. Even if the Ursa is having a bad time,
ကဲ
he'll
ချင်း
come
ရ
back.
ဒီဘက်ကနော်အဲ့ MSO lane ဖေးသွားတဲ့ကိစ္စကတော့ကျွန်တော်နည်းနည်းတော့အန်နေများတာမှန်ပဲအဲ့တခုပဲကျွန်တော် side lane တွေကတော့ fair ဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့လောက်မပြတ်သေးဘူးအောက်မှာလည်းအာဆာမွတ်နေတာပါညာနေ
Up by Saksa. So
Side lane
he's a
here,
little
yeah.
bit more experienced.
အမေအဲ့ let's run ကြီးတားသိရမလားအစင်ပြေဝိုင်း dagger တွေခုံခုံ
I
ဝင်
fear for
တော့
Valid.
အဲ့ကျုံးရင်တော့ဆောင်းတော့ damage ထွက်တယ်အားလေးကြီး
Doing those
I'll look
lines
nice,
of
let's-
definitely helps.
အော် mouse ကတော့
Step forward for a second.
အများကြီးတော့မျောလင်းထားတာမနေ့က
Chase.
party ကို sorry fair ကို 2D ဆိုတော့သိရမှာဒီကောင်လေးဆောင်းကောင်း
Get
နေပေါ့
Valid is just yet, but if he's gonna step up, they're gonna shoot him. Unfortunately, Tusk has gone towards mid for this 8-minute power rune, which is an invis rune for the Leshrac.
And he's coming
Who's
bottom.
gonna TP bottom? He is invis, baiting them
ဖိတ်
in.
နေတာနော်ဖိတ်သားကြီးရောက်
On
ရေး
the damage
အောက်
now.
ကျလာပြီ
We
အာ
got the
ဆာ
Nether Ward, and this is easy kill on the boom. Picking up that invis and saving the life of this Pugna, but he should still
Oh,
die,
my
right?
man,
George,
yeah,
just
yeah.
throw him out and get this kill.
ဘက်က
No,
လာ
he's
တွေး
able
တ
to
က်
just
လေးကိုလက်ခွာ
walk back home with 60 health.
You need to know where he is, and they didn't.
Oh, call
They
it
also
you
didn't
did
check
pick a
if
little light
there
up.
were any
Yeah,
wards in
yeah,
that,
yo,
in
that's
that
all,
lane.
yeah.
That means that the Pugna will be surviving. Man, this laning stage going this well for Yandex, it's a big deal. And now they're rotating towards Crystallis. Kira, he is making a name for himself.
Trying to make a big move here, but that's a problem. Scatterblast connects. They've got 4 heroes here. They want to try and
Yeah,
chase
let's
against
not
the
get
Shrek,
young
and he is kind of out to
Ah,
just be
damn,
killed
man.
off
No,
by the
no,
side
no,
of
no,
Mouz,
yeah,
left
yeah.
alone and left out to pasture.
Mouz needed that. They needed to be able to slow down this Slash. As we mentioned, Mouz's lineup, they would like to stay in the side lanes in a 1-versus-1 scenario where their side laners are going to be good. But considering that it didn't go as well as you'd hoped for, now it's tough to fight around the mid lane. It's tough to stay alone in the side lanes as well. For the Enigma, it's still going to be fine. And now with Lorinov getting back into it, it's going to be much much easier to bring down Kira if you are rotating around the mid. So that was a big salvage for Mouz.
The whole time, though, Lorinov has been top of the net
ရေ
worth.
ပဲကွာအဲ့ Lecture တဲကရရင်တော့တစ်ချက်တော့ကြည့်ရ
Bad for him.
Lecture အဲ့ကြရင်
A little bit of extra gold
ဘက်ကလည်းနည်းနည်းတာ
around
ဒါပေမဲ့
for
တင်မစ
every
တော့
other
တော့ပြန်တာသွားတာပဲ
Bit
เนาะ
extra
တင်မစလည်းကျွန်တော်
gold
step စားတာနဲ့
yourself
နောက်ပုံမှာလည်း
some
Lecture ပြန်ရ
side.
မပြောက်ဒီပွဲတော့ကြည့်ကောင်းတယ်
Serbia,
နော် Network မ
October
ပြောက်
31st to November 2nd. Exclamation point ticket to
ဒီ
get
ပေါ်
more
မှာလက်
information.
ကြီး
Join us at
အကြည့်တဲ့ပွဲ
Playground.
မှာတော့လက်ကြီးက
Banner below. Ticket start as low
ပြ
as
ရမ်းများတယ်
I mean, I don't think you need gold for it. As you mentioned, 8 euros only with the prices of gold lately. You,
one shaving.
yeah. I guess.
Very thin shaving of gold.
Dire's top tower
Drew
is
Jr.
under
getting to the
attack.
top of the net.
Upper
worth.
boy,
I've seen
piama,
massive
already.
Stack
Hurt.
combo.
ပွဲပြလိုက်နေရတော့ YD ပွဲတွေပြပြီးတော့မူးကလည်းသိရမလားအဲ့လို game fight ကြီးကိုနိုင်ပြီးထင်ပြီးမှရှုံးသွားတာမူတောင်းသွားတာလည်းပါ
They really hated on that
The boundary
illusion.
runes.
ပြီးတော့မနေ့ကလည်း9
Well,
နာရီ
they
လောက်ရှိတယ်
needed
အားလုံး
to.
ပေါင်း
He
လို
was
က်
denying the bounty
ပြင်း
runes.
တဲ့ချိန်
Like, how dare you? How dare you?
Not cool.
Not at all. Especially with the prices of gold nowadays, right? You are.
ကဲ
you're
let's
just
share တဲက
throwing
ရ
away.
ပြီအေးနော်အဲ့ dynamic ကစောင်းဝဲများမှာမတွေ့ပြီ
Tagger, he
Yeah.
can just go for this. Yeah,
တက်တာဗော
he's in.
နော်
Lands the stun,
အဲ့ just
and Lorinov just is dead. That's it. This is a Leshrac who's taking business into his own hands.
Dire's middle tower is under
Oh,
attack.
Mouz, they really need to keep this Lesh down. We talked about it in this game. A Lesh, once he gets the BKB, he's free, right? He might not even go for that as a second item. We usually see the Sanj Kaya, and yep, he is queuing it up. But either way, once you get a little bit more in terms of HP, you are going to be surviving through the burst damage of the Timber Saw, and then everybody around you just dies.
အာ
Snowball in.
အော်ချူအဲ့ဒီလေပေါ့
As they will look to get this kill on the Maladich. When they bring the numbers, they obviously feel strong, but Mouz need to be able to find the opportunity to bring the
ဒီပွဲက
numbers.
ကျွန်တော်အစားလေဆုံး mouse ကြိုက်တယ် drop ကတော့ဒီ game နဲ့ mouse drop
generally
ကို
would
ကြိုက်
feel like, oh, it's only a Pugna, but this is a level 7.
အားလေးလည်း
Pugna,
ကြိုက်
so
တာပါ
it's
အမေ
not a
အဲ့လိုမျိုး
small
rotation
kill
လေး
by
နည်းနည်းနည်းနည်းလွယ်လွယ်
any
နေ
means.
ကျတော့တော့ 1k ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီပွဲတော့မျှတယ်ကြည့်ကောင်းပါ
Diffusal is down on the Pango. It's
No, no,
being
lane
delivered
by
right
Mateo.
now with the courier. That's why they want to be around this.
နောက်ပွဲ
mid
ကျ
lane.
တော့ကျွန်တော် lane ပြပြီး
Yandex
တော့
might be
ပတ်
strong
ဖတ်တ
enough
ယ်
to
ကြည့်
just go for a fight. Okay,
even.
this
Shield
shield
is actually
rune
the
on
best they could've
Lorinov
gotten.
changes a lot. Yep.
Yeah. I'm like hearing you like it. I agreed the entire time. And then I might have had the same thought where I just see this shield rune and go, yeah, you know what, maybe not, dude.
Yeah, your,
just sit
your
back.
damage sucks. It just don't do it. But they've got the
Seriously.
demonic purge, right? So it's not that big of a deal.
အဲ့တော့ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီချိန်မှာဆိုတော့တကယ်အနေများတဲ့ကိစ္စကတော့အင်းဒီကောင်ကဘာမှလုပ်လို့မရအောင်အဲ့ပန်ကိုရဲ့ diffuser
Be
timing ကတော့
careful
ဆောင်း
about the
damage
counterplay.
Mouse knows.
ကဲမြက်ကို
Look at
အ
how
ကွာ
they're
နဲ့ပတ်မယ်
positioned.
ဆိုတော့
They
နေအဲ့တော့
literally
lecturer
know
က
the
လည်း
sap
တဲက
and
နဲ့
the tusk
ခံနိုင်ရှိပါမှာဒီမှာ back နာ
Yeah, they're just gonna
အ
push
ရင်
him
တော့
in.
ပြီးသွားပြီအောင်ကြီး
Yeah, they played aggressive.
I'm a
They
let's
split
try-
him out.
Don't
It's now
do
the
it,
wraparound
do it.
play
Machine
with the
will
dive
up on
the
it, Laura.
damage
Oh.
coming in. They
အေး
need
ဒီမှာဖြဲ
snowball.
လို့ရ
They
သေး
don't
တယ်
have it at
နော်
the
ဒါကတော့
moment.
ဇာတာပဲ
They
ရှိ
have it
လို့
now.
ပါနေတာ
Thunder
လောရ
lands
အောက်က
on
မပြတ်
Lorinov.
တော့ဘူးနောက်မှာ black hole 2
Kieran
man
Jr. Black Hole comes in,
Maybe
lands
young
on
Larry
two.
now,
They're gonna
man.
get the
Bobby,
kill on both
no,
him
Bang
and
Wu
Sansa.
thập bí ông
And
mà.
the homing missile is
Chases
flying
on.
over the
အဲ့
Pango
ပဲ
here. So
ရိုလေးတစ်ခုကအစားပြသွားတာအမှရှိလို့မဟုတ်ရင်တင်းမဆော့ကပြတ်ပြီ
Swashbuckle might
Hero
end
yeah.
Lorinov's life, but they've got the rocket barrage on him, and they will
Oh,
get yet
oh,
another.
man.
They'll even hurricane him back.
အော်
That is
Shiro
4 kills for 1, favoring the side of Mouz, evening up the game at 7.
They didn't expect that big of a response from the Mouse side, and also they didn't get the. I thought that they were just gonna be going for the Timber Saw.
Well,
just
AC
instantly
ပြတ်တယ်
jump for him.
But
But they
Yoshiro
went for Yamich. They
အေးနေလား
allowed Lorinov to pull to the side, and even though he was demonically purged, it was fine, right? He goes to the right. They miss.
အ
him
မှ
with
ဒီ
the
မုန်းနဲ့
Golden
ပတ်ချက်ချင်း
Thunder,
သုံးနေ
and
ရ
now
နော်ဒါပေမဲ့လည်း lecture က
Shiro
ဟို
is
မှာ
not
တိုင်
on
လောက်
top of
တိုင်လေ
Lorinov,
ဝါ
means
တာ
that you're
နဲ့
not killing him.
ဘလဟို
Then
က
going
ထ
for
စား
that
လိုက်ရ
Tusk, who already used all of his spells, most definitely lost them this fight.
Win that fight.
အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော် tower ပြန်ရပါမယ်အင်းစင် mid ကိုပြပြချင်း Agana blast တွေပေါက်ပေါက်ပြီးတော့ tower တက်တော့ hero K ကလည်းမျှသွားပြီเนาะနောက်ဘောကလည်း fail ဖြစ်တယ်ဒီပွဲ carry ရော off တွေရော mid ပဲနည်းနည်းဒီဘက်က team မဆောခုန K တွေရလိုက်တော့နောက်ကထောင်းနေအောင်တတ်တတ်ပဲကျွန်တော် roll တွေအကုန်လုံးညှိထားတာတော့အောင်မရဟမ်တပိုးနှစ်ကောင်လည်းကြည့်လိုက်လုံးဝမျှတယ်100 200ပဲเนาะ off တွေ carry ရော
even needed with the
တကယ်မျှ
hero
တယ်ပွဲ
but it still shows that he's focused.
Pretty cool though. Get that hurricane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Gives up some open space now to gyrocopter.
Middle tower has
Get
fallen.
some farm. Meanwhile, they get that mid tier
Dire's
one.
top tower is under attack.
Kaya picked up here for those Shrek Snapfire. As those arcane boots ready to go.
You remember there's one more hero in this game that we completely forgot about.
Ursa?
Yeah, he's got a battle fury. Things are actually looking up for him.
Tower is under attack.
He'll start to really gain on the net worth, but the question just becomes, you know, can he survive? When Black Hole is down, I feel like his life is pretty open, but there is still a good amount to kite him around, right? There is Cookie, there is Scatter Blast to slow him up, or they go to the Malefice, the homing missile, the snowball. Like, does Ursa have the control and the help? I think so, with Leshrac
so, yeah.
and Pangolier. But there are options here for Mouz, and I am curious to see when Ursa gets involved, how they're going to go about using those options.
Yeah, you're 100% right. But that's why the
ထက်ဆိုင်အောင်ပါ
Lash and the Pango that you mentioned, they are about to be creating chaos.
Okay,
and I
they
think
must have
for
the
Ursa,
cover
he's
shield
gonna be
mode
going
or
on
yeah,
those
arcane
isolated
rune
targets, right?
တော့
this
တကူ
guy
တကူ
lost
တော့
the
ပပ
path,
လာ
let's
တယ်
get
ဆရာ
him.
ကြီးက
Like,
Saxa.
they're killing Saxa now.
Snowball in, Walrus Punch, Celery gets the kill. The Snapfire getting a good amount of farm, which is never the worst thing in the world. He's going for a Solar Crest currently. Enigma looking for the blink for the black hole.
Yeah, it's Blink BKB time. Maybe you get a shard somewhere in between, but you don't necessarily need to. It's actually not a bad shard game.
လက်ဟုတ်ပြေးဆွဲလိုက်ပလားအမတက်ကာအော်စနဖာယာစနေဘလာဝန်နှမျိုးနေသေးတယ်အေးဆွဲနေဆွဲလိုက်ပါတော့အေးဆွဲလိုက်ပြီတော့နော်မဟုတ်ရင်လွတ်သွားနိုင်ကြီးရှိတယ်
Getting committed here to get this kill unnoticed.
အဲ့တော့
Now they know
အော
that
က်ကတော့
Saxa
တောက်
is
ချောက်
there.
တွေ
Look
တော့
at
တိုးလာ
Run
ပြီ
off, run. Well, Saxa, you should have done that as well.
Yeah, he is very dead. Lauren off with
ဟုတ်တယ်ဒီ
another
ဘက်မော
kill.
ခုနပွဲတာလိန်ကျိုးတာဟိုအဲ့ဒါကြောင့် draft နဲ့ပြောရခက်တယ်ကျိုးသွားတော့ထားတဲ့စီတော့
Mouz
မရဘူး
played this game really well. Like, even with the start that was definitely not ideal for their lineup, they are still moving around really, really well.
The tier 2 bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Really early on. Oh,
Dire's
brutal.
top tower has
what else is
And
happening
that
with the tier
same timing,
2s?
right? 17 minutes.
Yeah, but Malady, he equalized that, right? So it's not that big of a deal. I guess Enigma is a little bit more annoying. Yandex don't really have the hero that is gonna be pressuring the high ground, just like Mouz has.
Sure Jr. lands the stun, and that is
Cannot look, yeah,
a dead
that's just
damage.
ဘယ်သူမှမရှိဘူးကွာ
Now the
စပိုး
chase
နဲ့ခေါင်းနဲ့
stun,
သွားကြ
you
ရ
got
တယ်
plus 1 on Celery, life draining him, slowing him down, but able to get away for a second. Have the blink back up though, so Cheer Jr. will get that kill, or well, the assist as Maladich gets credit.
အဲ့
for
ရှေ့
that.
မရှိ
Rubbing salt in
တ
the
ကြည့်ရ
wound
မယ်
as
ဒီဘက်တော့
well,
drop
he
ကြိုက်
was
တယ်
just
လေကင်းလေးကြိုက်တယ်
deactivating the,
Okay, Lero,
the
the
watcher,
Asa-
and
Lero,
then
the-
he went
Fifty.
for a blink, and he's like, I've got time. You are just so weak and pathetic, and I'm gonna kill you anyways. Just let me deal with some more present matters immediately.
By damage sitting top and not picked up by Mouz. You're not coming over to contest this Roche, so it's bottled up by Cheer Jr.
He gave the Aegis to the Ursa. I actually thought they might even give it to Chira, because Ursa is not gonna be fighting at least until his Basher probably in this game. Okay, scratch that. Him having the Aegis, it means that he is gonna come to fight.
တီ2000နဲ့မဟုတ်တော့ဟုတ်တယ်အရင်တော့တီ2000တို့ဆိုလိုဖတ်ဖွဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်ပိုင်းကတော့
It's
လူတွေ
not
အကုန်
like
ချင်း
he's
လိုက်
their main team fight hero or something.
ဒီတန်းနှစ်ကောင်ခေါ်လိုက်ပြီးတော့တီတူတောင်းနေရောမ
Needs
ဆိုး
to deal with the bottom
Okay.
lane. I think
Good job,
I think I think that's the most important thing. This is the advantage that Mouz are gonna have with their ability to just with no heroes present, make sure that bottom lane.
ဒီနေ့လှတယ်ကွာအဲ့နေရာလေးလုံးဝ sexy ကြမစ်ကိုလည်းမြင်ရတယ်ဒီဘက် jungle လည်းမြင်ရတယ်တောင်းမိုက်တယ်
I also feel the
Oh,
ability to
smoke button
do
coming.
this, and
Smoke.
ဒီ vision ရောစကဲတာမှာနော်
no black hole, but maybe they could find the opportunity to fight. Yandex should do a pretty easy job of avoiding this.
They might wait for them somewhere. Let's see if they can find an area in which they feel confident fighting. Nope, nope. They're
agency နဲ့ပါဆိုင်မှုတွေရှိ
it seems.
Radiant's
Okay,
middle
well.
tower is under
အဲ့တော့
attack.
BKB
Radiant
မှာတော့
is scanning.
အဲ့တခုရှိတာဟိုဘက်က
Not too far.
disruption တော့ရှိတယ်နော်အနေလေးနှစ်ကောင်မိမှတော့ရ
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That is
အိမ်လုံးနှစ်ကောင်မိမှတော့ရမယ်
very dead.
အဲ့ဒါမှမဟုတ်ရင်တစ်ကောင်ဖမ်းစေသွား
They hate illusions.
Oh,
with,
yeah,
with
that's way
standards
up.
that, I think.
And now the smoke, knowing that the smoke is out, they'll go after Mouz. Butting into a potential black hole though.
ဒါတော့ဆိုင်ပါနော်
The
Should know
position
where
in
this
it,
is
fight-
going, and
fight it,
Mouz's gonna be the one who
fight it.
ends up getting jumped first if he stays in this position. Smoke's gonna be
ဒါ
broken.
က
There's
ဒီ
the
ကတော့
blink
မ
of
နော်
the
တော့နှစ်
earthshot.
သိန်းလုံးသုံးရမယ့်နေထားပဲဒါပေမဲ့ team ဆက် BKB နဲ့
Right
ပြစ်
now.
တိုးပြီ
Enigma is
နောက်ဘ
away
ကလည်း
from
အ
the
များကြီးဖြစ်
fight.
နေတာ
He's
ဆိုတော့
still
ကျွန်
with
တော်
his
တော့ဖဲကြပဲနောက်
opportunity
မှာ
to get a jump
ဒါ
into a
test က
black hole
ကိုရဲနောက်မှာစနပ်ပိုင်းမှာလည်းမကင်းဆက်ကို share
Call down, they got
disruption
damage. The
အဲ့တော့
River
ကောင်း
Seas
ဆုံးတော့
coming out.
ပြေးမှုတော့ကြိုးစားပြီပဲဘလောက်ဟို
Hanging around, they go to
ဘ
the
ယ်
black
နောက်မှာ
hole.
ပန်ကုန်ရိုးလေးနဲ့
Comes
တစ်
in,
ချင်း
stop
တော့
that,
ကင်ဆယ်
hitting
ခံ
with
လိုက်ရ
the
ပြီးတော့ပဲအဲ့တော့
Accelerator,
Crystal လေ
Accelerator, dead too.
အဲ့မရှော့ပြီဟောရေး
From the
ချိန်
side
နေ
of
ရတော့အဲ့
Mouz. Crystallis stands his
Rồi
ground, but
chạy
it is
vào quá
not
vì-
looking good.
ဟော
He
east
is
လေးလောက်ပါ
gone.
ကွာဒီ
There's
ကောင်
a
လေး Shadow
kill
Demon တစ်
there
ကောင်
for
နဲ့ဝင်တိုက်တယ်
Watson.
လို့ဖြစ်သွားတယ်
And they hit that stun. Cheer Junior
ပိုင်မဲ
finishes
တောင်းပြီလား
off
မသိဘူး
damage.
ဟောမ
They
တင်း
look
မ
for
စော
this Timbersaw,
ပြေးတာ
but
မြန်သွားလို့
don't quite have the follow.
Notice tipped by his teammates because he pretty much won them that fight. So what happens is
Ah, dude.
usually when you use the black hole, the Rolling Thunder isn't really a spell that's going to be stopping it. But because Notice blinked quite nicely on
Ano,
top
hanap
of
siya,
the
grabe
other
lang.
thing, he didn't use the blink earlier, then he could cancel it out. So they killed the Shadow Demon, the Lesh jumped the other side, and that
အဲ့ဒါဖွင့်ရတော့အလာကြီးပဲနော်ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ Shadow Demon မြုပ်ခွင့်ရသွားတာဆိုအမကြာကြီးအမစောင့်တယ်လို့
Notice stops the
နောက်က
black
Lesh
hole,
ဘက်ကဖင်နေလိုက်
changes
နိုင်
everything. Also this disruption buying
Oh.
time for this Shadow Demon changed a lot in this engagement, but there it is. Notice coming in, canceling. the
အဲ့ဒီ
black
ကမှ
hole,
BKB
that
မပါ
will be
လာ
a
ကြောင့်လေ
nice
ပါတော့ပါပါတယ် impact ကဘာမှလုပ်လို့မရဟိုကပန်ကိုကျတော့ဆောင်းမိုက်တယ်ခုန rolling နဲ့ချက်ချင်း instant ဖြစ်သွားတယ်
Man, this is
နောက်က 4K
brutal
ဘယ်
fight,
ရ
and
တော့
it's one that gives Yandex
boss
a-
ပြန်လဲရုံးကန်ရတော့မယ်အဓိက legit တော့တော်တော်နေနေတာဒီပွဲကနော်တင်မဲ့ဆောက်ရတော့လက်ရှိချိန်ကြီးတော့နောက်ကများနေတော့မယ်ဒါပေမဲ့
Now you know there's no
Crystal
black
နဲ့နောက်က
hole.
3000တော့မပြည့်ချင်
Spell stopping you.
ဟုတ်တယ်ဟုတ်တယ်
Fine notice.
ဆောက်ကတော်တော်နာတာဟေး
That was a very quick kill.
Mouz, this was their opportunity to find a good.
Wax
fight and-
လက်ရှိတော့မသိဘူးအရင်တော့တော့သူ ran အများဆုံးချိန်နေပါရှိခဲ့
Yandex were ready and they executed quite well. So now, if you think that fighting is in an open area is too hard, then you're just gonna be shumming in the bottom wave, and then you're gonna have info on Yandex where they are all the time. If they try to smoke up, you're gonna know about it, and somebody on Yandex will have to TP and deal with the waves, and it's gonna be another. So it is a lot of farm coming towards him, but it is still an opening now for Mouz to get their attention back towards the top lane. Look at it, Watson is already running in, but the Timbersaw is there to cut the next wave as well on bottom. Bottom lane shenanigans. This is a cool
Dagger
smoke
for
from
the
Yandex.
timber.
They won't find anything. I thought that they wanted to run towards the bottom lane and find a hero, but Mouz they just shove out the wave, and now they're coming back together on the top side of the map.
I have some information. They had that
ဘယ်
word
မှာ
down
9000တော့ပဲ9000တော့
the tough
ပြည့်သေး
cut
လားမ
through
သိ
it.
ဘူး
Now maybe they
Piero,
killed this timber, but he's got
Yok onu ya.
some pretty high mobility these days.
Nobody showing bottom. This is obvious. Right now, Mouz, they're in panic mode. They have to run. Oh, they're not in panic mode. Lorenov, you should be in panic mode.
တင်မဲ့ဆောက်တော့အရင်လောက်တာတော့မကောင်းဘူးတင်မဲ့ဆောက်ရတော်တော်တောင်းနေတာနော်
Trust his blink.
ဒီကအင်းဒီကမှ BKB ပါလာရင်တော့ mouse ကပိုဆိုင်လို့ကောင်းမှာပါအေးအင်းဒီကဘာမှလောက်ကွက်မရှိ
Really
ဘူး
hurt, and now with that big
အဲ့တော့နော်
spell,
ကျွန်တော်
that
BKB
black hole is
600
back
လောက်
up.
ပဲတော့ကျန်တော့အဲ့ဒါလေးစောင်းလိုက်
They
ပြီး
are
တော့မှ
very
အဲ့
close to
Roshan
having
Pandey
this
လောက်မှ
BKB.
mouse station လေးဆိုင်ရင်တော့ကျွန်တော်ပွဲရတော့ကြည့်ကောင်းပါမယ်မဟုတ်ရင်တော့ BKB မပါဘဲဆိုင်ရင်တော့လေဘာမှမထူး
You don't really have anything to stop the BKB black hole. The only save that you have for that spell is the disruption if somebody is inside of it. And Saksa, they've been able to find him a couple of times in these fights. I think it's gonna have to be a little bit better with his positioning. Valerie.
Just coming up to the high ground,
မှာလဲရော
although
အဲ
maybe a
trade ဖို့
turnaround
ဟုတ်
does
တင်းမဲ့စောက်တကောင်ကတော်တော်ထိမ့်မိတာလား
be here. Snowball is not going to make it anywhere close. Thinking about the Rolling Thunder. Boom backing away with the rest of his team.
ဟုတ်တယ်ဒီဘက်အဲ့ဝက်ကြီးကစောင်းဝဲတာတယ်သိလားနောက်ကမှတ်ထားအမက်ကိုလည်းမြင်ရတယ်ဒီဘက်
He desperately
တော့
wants
ပုံမှန်ဟိုဂုံးပေါ်နာဖစ်ရှင်လိုဟာမျိုးလည်းမြင်
50-50.
ကောင်းတယ်ဟိုလည်းမစစ်မိဘူးကွာအဲ့ဝက်က
Net worth leads. I
တော်
feel
များများ
like
လိန်
nine
မဲစစ်မှာလိန်နဲ့ဟိုအပေါ်ပဲစစ်မှာ
plus,
ကောင်းတာကြ
50-50 marker. And highlighting that the game might be closer than you think. And other highlights can be seen on the YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, !F on in the chat. And then you can also get yourself some highlights if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can see some cool action. Maybe you hear a little bit of T-Panda cast if you want it.
He's in a plane. He can't cast, so it's unfortunately.
အဲ့ဝက်ကြောင့်ပဲထောက်ချောက်ထောက်ချောက်
Yes, there
မှာ
are some
နော်
on the YouTube.
တင်နေတာ
Anyway,
စာ
though,
ရေးစမှုတ်တယ်
if this gyro had a better game, this game in terms of Dota Plus would be heavily in favor of the Mouse. But the thing is, even with this, with a good lineup of Mouse, when it comes to Enigma especially, you have nothing to cancel out the black hole, and you have heroes that have to commit, so it's easy to get a good black hole off. You don't have anybody to do the damage. There isn't a hero that you're afraid of, and you most definitely don't have a hero that can stand his ground and just wait to get jumped. Gyro is that one. Yeah, Timbersaw is tanky, but he wants to be dancing around the fight. He doesn't want to be caught by the,
အဲ့ဒီကောင်က
by the
BKB
opponent.
ပါလာပြီ
So
နော်
if Gyro gets farmed in this game becomes significantly easier for Mouse, but he's just not the fastest of farmers. Definitely not on par with an Ursa.
No, he's not really on par. He's at about 2,000. BKB picked up there for the Ursa. But Yandex, despite having this lead, it looks like they just want to wait for Roche. Kind of wait for this
ဒီ
Roche.
ဘက်
But
တူ
I
ရ
don't know if the
နော်
Roche
သူ
fight
ချယ်ရိုဒီ
really
မပါလို့တယ်ပါ
favors that. You're going to have a
ပစ္စဝ
BKB
ဆက်
black
တက်မ
hole
သွား
that
တော့
can be
တက်
thrown.
သွားလဲချယ်ရိုဒီမှာ
The
demonic
black
patch
hole
နဲ့
now,
လေးနေရာကြီး
with
ဆုံးပါ
how
ပါ
tight it's going to be potentially favors Mouse.
မတန်ဘူးနော်
Yup. If
So I'm a
it's,
little
if
worried that Yandex might need to fight first.
I
They
don't
need to fight
care.
before Roche spawns.
ဘာကတ်သွား damage ပုံစံ
It's
ဖြစ်
a
သွား
long respawn, 2.5 minutes.
the thing is, you can if you can make them disperse, Roche area, you can look at it as very tight, or you can look at it as very open as well, because there's a lot of access points to it, right? So if you poke a little bit and don't commit and wait for Mouse to lose their positioning for a moment, it could be a good area to fight in the end. I guess Pango could be a good hero to create that chaos necessary for Chira and Watson to hunt. But Mouse are the ones that say, no, we want to be going in first.
Even a fight win here might not get them
ဒီမဲ့စပယ်
Getting
တော်
the
နာ
wall
ရ
is
ဆို
fun.
ပေမဲ့ this
They should be able to get this kill, but they've
လာ
got the
လေ
disruption save coming
အဲ့
out
တော့
from
အဲ့
Saksa.
က rolling မရှိသေးတယ်မပြတ်လောက်ဘူး rolling မသုံးဘူးလား
The damage on the
ဟော
Pango
ပြီဒီနေ့
here.
ဒီဘက်က light
Light
train
train
ရ
still
မဟုတ်တယ်
alive. They cannot kill
ဘက်က
this
အာဆာ
Pango
တောက်
area.
လျှောက်ရိုက်ပြီးပဲ
They're
အ
gonna
နည်းက
kill
မှ
this
ရောင်း
area
နေတယ်
now.
ကွာ
Crystal's
ဘ
gonna
လာ
be
ဟို
the
ကသွား
dead
ပြီ
carry
ဟော
of
ဘန်
this
လေးတယ်
fight.
ဘလာဟိုကြီး
And
တော့
the
ဖြစ်သွားပြီ
black hole just does
ကဲနောက်မှ
not
တင်းပတ်စ
matter.
ပိန်နဲ့ပြတ်မှာအာဆာ
Look over now at
Come
this
on,
Ursa
yeah,
who's standing forward,
boo.
getting the
Oh.
kill on a boom, and
ဒီနေ့က
yeah,
မှရအားကိုးလို့မရဘူးဟော
cleaning up himself. He was down to a sliver of
Well,
health.
Mouz
The
got
bad
GG သွားပြန်ပြီ
disruption. That's going to be a full team wipe here from the side of Team
တော့ဟို
Yandex.
ကပက်ကနာဟီးတာပြတ်မှာဆိုလို့ပန်ကဒီတိုင်းတောင်းခံသွားတာတော်တော်မှန်သွားတယ်ပြော rolling သုံးလိုက်ရင်တော့မှပက်ကနာဟီးလို့မရဘူးဆိုပြန်ပြောက်သွားနိုင်တယ်
Over
ပေါင်း
a
လိုက်တာ
minute with this Roche respawn time.
Oh boy, that
ဒီ
was
နေ့
a
ကမှအ
moment
မြဲ
when
လို့ဒီ
you're
လို
like,
ပြောရမလဲ
just
အေး let's
use
run နဲ့ပဲ
the
တွေ့တွေ့
freaking
သူ
black
အိမ်ကောင်း
hole
ဆောင်
and
ပြီး
kill
တ
it.
န်းဆွဲရမှာနော်
So this is what we talked about. If it's
Come on,
an
let's run it,
open
Dadu.
area, you start separating.
အော်အမဆွဲရမှာ၃កောင်ဘူးကြီးကြည့်လိုက်အင်းကမကိုကြည့်လိုက်ဟုတ်လားဘာလုပ်နေလဲဒီကဟာဟိုမှာကြည့်
Went for the Pango so
အင်းက
much
မမှားတာ
that
နော်
they
ခုန
got
3
separated.
မဲ့
And
အ
also
လိုက်ဒီက
ensuring the
position နဲ့
back
ဆွဲ
line,
ရ
making
မှာ
sure that Boom cannot blink
Over
in.
သွား
And
ပြီး
then
တော့ဘာသွားလုပ်တာ
there's
လဲ
no help for this Gyro. I think we're coming to that point where Gyro just isn't doing
ဟုတ်
enough
တယ်
damage.
ဒီ
to
ဘက်အင်း
actually
ကမ
have
တော်
the
တော်
two
မှား
Pango's
တာနော်
there
ခုန
instead of just
ရ
the
ပလီမှာပြန်ကြည့်သူ
Crystalys.
့ position က
Finish
အဲ့
up the Pango, completely
ပန်
different
ကူ
fight.
ပက်ကနာရောရှယ်ရိုဒီမောဆွဲလို့ကောင်းကောင်းကြီးရတယ်
He is under farm.
ဟိုဘက်အင်းကမက let's track ကို1သွားသုံးတာတယ်
Shrek. You just have life drain.
အိဆာတွေကတော့ရောက်ပြီတော့ခတ်တော့ခတ်တော့အာ
They're just
လက်
getting
ကြီးပါခတ်
corralled.
ရှောပြီး
This is a terrible fight for
ပြန်
Mouz.
ဘတ်လိုက်တော့နော်တင်းဘက်ဆောမရှိရင်ဘလို့မှချလို့မရ
Got spooked for a second because Lorenov is coming in. And you don't have your BKBs just yet. They're getting them back. the main idea is let's not screw up right now. There's no black hole on the enemies. The Rosh is ours. Even if we crush this fight, yes, we're gonna be propelling ourselves to a better position on the stage, but we are already in a spot where the game is ours if we just take it easy. So why risk it? This is definitely showing some experience from the Yandex side.
Used to be 50-50, now it's 62-38. Warnoff, no way he makes a play here, right? Has to blink in, goes for it. Oh, gets the kill to Roshan, but it's snatched by Watson. He will now run down Warnoff from Timber Chains out of the high ground, but the stun lands from Shira Jr. They've got this disruption, and they will get this Timber Saw eventually, surely. He's just caught in the corner here. Ooh, BKB from Boom. That means no BKB blink black hole. Not a black hole anyway, but just means that he has to run and the BKB gets a little bit shorter.
Almost sold the Aegis.
Hindi ko marinig. Tip ka na. Sar. Una ko. Suya man.
Put his bottle into the backpack. If he didn't, then that might be the reason that he didn't pick up the Aegis.
Pero Aegis ka le pa wa bi, no? Timber sa second lead. Where are cut.
Down that banner. Get yourself a Tiger 3 over top. And probably set a rack. Timber up at 30. Maybe just melee racks. First he's got the full axe coming through, by the way.
Yep. So you're gonna be able to activate that during Black Hole. That makes it so much easier for this Ursa to play the game. There isn't the silence on the other side, so you can just be as conservative as you want.
လာတော့လုံးမဖြစ်သေးရနော်တေတာတော့ receptor နဲ့ကျွန်တော်ခါဆိုရင်အဲ့ဒါနော်အမစရဖြစ်သွားနိုင်ဒါပေမဲ့လွယ်တော့လည်းမလွယ်တော့ပါဘူးနောက်တော့ 40k
So much time.
အေးဟိုနေ့ကကွက်တော့ legit လောက်ပြီဟေး divine နော် divine ကွက်ကတော့
For black hole.
ဟိုနေ့တော့ legit လောက်ပြောသွား
With Chop Shop, you could go.
အဲ့တော့ divine ဂိုင်ရိုရီကတော့ divine ပွဲတိုင်းကြီးပါသွားတယ်လို့ပြည့်
Go to the
အဲ့
divine.
ဒါမှ
We've seen a couple gyros do this. I don't think any of them. That's not true. Yesterday we had a big throw, right, by Liquid.
Yep. I watched that one while you and Liz were casting it.
Yeah, they got chop shopped.
Yep. Though we've also seen, I think it was the Mouz Falcon series where there was a rapier in game 2 on
ကွာတင်မဆော့တကောင်နဲ့ damage ထွက်တယ် mouse ပေါ့အဲ့ကြတော့နော်အဆောင်း let's run ကိုအဲ့ငိုကအလုံးမဟုတ်ပြီမဲ့ဒီ let's run အာစာနဲ့ damage ကဆောင်းများနေ
not getting his HP lower at all. He lost like 5% HP on non-crystallized. This time around, he's the gyro, and he's the gyro that's not doing damage to anybody.
This shard is no joke on Leshrac. It's not purchased by Leshracs mostly, but like you get this shard, it's such zone denial.
Yep, exactly.
And when these BKBs are lower duration, it makes it so hard to fight into this Leshrac or these tight, like pinch spots like the stairs on any of these bases. Where you're trying to fight there, but it's pinched, or you go to Roche, or it's any close quarter space is going to be very difficult.
To be honest, in this game, I think he's killing people faster than the secondary stun does connect. But yeah, if it does come down to it, it really does make a difference. I'm a big fan of the Leshard, though. Usually we see the big effectiveness on it when you're on the defensive.
Yeah, definitely. And you're trying to defend, they overstep, then you've kind of blocked out the steps.
It might help you siege though, right? You use to split earth. It is covering for Ursa because your pushing power of Yandex is kind of crap, right? Any Ursa lineup usually does struggle.
Just throw it under the Enigma too.
Yep.
Right? Eventually that BKB runs out, you just get that stun.
Oh, the game going to best timing what team, huh?
First hit bash feels so
That's
bad.
the people choose up and me out
Here, snowball hits on the Pangolier and ends up dead there to this Leshrac. It feels good for the Ursa. It feels real bad for me.
Ah, yeah, choose all like.
Very
Oh, what the old losing it.
understand that you are a support player because
အဲ့ဒီပွဲကရင်ကုန်မှုကောင်းတာတော့ဟိုဘက်ကလိတ်ကင်းကောင်နေများနေတာပဲပေါ့လေဂိုင်ရိုတဖိုင်ကိစ္စနော်လက်ဟိုးဆပ်တာကိစ္စအဲ့ဒါတွေတော့ရှိတယ်လုံးနိုင်သူတော့အဲ့လိုပွဲဖြစ်ပြောင်းလို့ရတဲ့ကောင်တွေ
get a bit demoralized.
တော့နောက်တော့တဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တနည်းကိနာတော့ကတ်လာပြီဟတောက်ချောက်ခရီးတော့ဗန်ဒရိုင်းရန်ဒက်ကပဲအဲ့လိုအင်ပြနေတာကြီးကလည်းစိုးရဆို
Hard buying dasher.
Yeah, my AA basher.
10%. Imagine you get a first hit bash, then you're gonna get super excited about it. But things are quite grim right now. I think you're kind of banging on that gyro rapier, and to be honest, it's not that far away. 1700 gold, you get the rapier, and you might have the possibility of winning a fight. Thus, a chance of winning the game as well.
ဟုတ်တယ်လားကွာတနည်းပဲရှိတယ်ဘယ်လောက်3កောင်လောက်မိပါလဲ
Gotta worry about black hole.
အဲ့တပေါက်ပဲကျန်
We
တော့
don't have the sages.
And you suck
ကျန်တဲ့ကွက်တွေကတော့ဘာမှ trade လို့ဖြစ်မှာတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးဘယ်လောက်ဟိုးရှိနေတော့တည်းဘာမှစတော့ပြောသွားနိုင်သေးတယ်လက်ကြီးကလည်း ဘိုင်းတော့တည်တာ
big deal. It helps so much. It alleviates the pressure, and now you can really just hunt your opponents outside of the base while itemizing for the late game, right? Your hexes, stuff like that could be on the menu. Wind Wakers versus the Enigma. That's the way to go.
Pressure being built by the Enigma. You'll have Ags being built for the Tusk. So there's that risk of like we go in too deep and all of a sudden we get kicked or we get black holed. We're steep into the base, out of position. Not fun.
Definitely not. So, Shadow Demon queuing up a Hex. He will have it probably never. And the Lesh is queuing up a Wind Waker, so I'm liking that. And also Pango is queuing up a Refresher. And then an Abyssal Blade, but he's already got a Basher. So you have a Basher, you have a way to cancel out the Black Hole.
Saksa leaving this shrine. Tier Junior, he
Oh,
just
yeah, but
stole
they
the
out there,
opponent's
she-
shrine and
တော့ high roll ပဲဆုံးမလို့ရတော့မှာပါလက်ရှိနော် mouse က
want to
အခြေအနေ
push his experience as close to 25 as possible. Get those extra.
ဟုတ်ပါအခု shadow တွေမှာ Pagana တွဲတယ်အရင်နိုင်နေတယ်
I mean,
နော်
it
ဘာ
pretty
ခိုင်း
much
စပို့မကော
gives you
ဒီကိန်းဒီလည်းဆွမ်းနေအာဒီပိုင်းလေးပြောမိတာပြောတာသူတို့ defensive ကောင်းဆိုပေမဲ့တည်းမှာလုံးလုံးတော့ damage ပိုင်းကလည်းထုတ်လို့တော့ရတယ်
a dump spell.
Pagana ဆိုရင် damage ကလည်းစောင်းများရတယ်နော် save တဲ့ပိုင်းဆိုလည်း Pagana save လိုက် shadow တွေမှာ save လိုက်နေတယ်
How's the experience graph looking?
အဲ
I
Pagana
was
idea ကို
literally
ကြည့်
just
ကြ
like-
အောင်နော် BKB တွေကပါလူပါဝပြီပါ
In- What does that say? 18 levels?
18 levels.
ပိုင်းနေဟီးပြီးတော့မှာ
Absurd.
Yeah. That's like having an extra hero.
That's such a crazy number. I don't know if I've
အဲတပိုင်းရပြီနော်အေးအင်းကောင်မလည်း chapter ရပြီအဲ့
You
တော့
don't notice it all the time.
Or
right?
Sam
Yeah,
Dingy is
not-
a bit, man.
not
Hello,
the
Mio. But
statistic
the
that,
pay the time
Mouse
yarn
hasn't been that great
Mouse
at
struck out.
protecting
No,
the
ninja
base
tier,
from
she need
Sean
it,
Hall. So then we got to check it out, and yeah, it's not good.
အတင်မှာပဲဖြေရှားမှာ
Ursa going for the Abyssal. No surprise there. Holding his gold, though, for the moment. Smoke play coming out here from Yandex.
အာမ
Items on the Enigma. That's a
Yeah.
big item.
ဘူးလာတူလာပြီဟဲ့
Big
ဟင်း
item.
ဘိုင်းနေအိုးဘလာဟိုမိသွားပြီဒါမဲ့ဟဲ့ let's rock ကနာကြပဲအိုး Gyro ပြစ်နိုင်မှာလား electro ရသွားပြီဒါမဲ့ဟဲ့လက်ကြီးကိုကြည့်အောင်လက်ကြီးသေးတော့မယ် လက်ကြီးမသေးတော့ကမ်းပတ်ပြီနော်အဲ့ဒါအိုး Ultra K ပြောတယ်ဘာမဆိုပြစ်နိုင်တဲ့နှစ်ကောင်ဖြစ်နေတာနော် mouse ပတ်မှာအဲ့တော့မှတိုင်မင်းကလည်းစိုးလို့စိုးရတယ်ဗျဟိုဘက်ကအာဆာခုံလာတဲ့ချိန်ဟိုက let's rock တကောင်လေးကိုပေးတယ်အင်းကောင်မဒါပေမဲ့
Enough damage to get the
အာဆာ
Satanic
ပြေး
combo.
လိုက်တာနဲ့ဘလာဟိုးတဲ့ပါသွား
Just
ပြီးတော့အ
turn
မှ
this
လက်ကြီး
game
တစ်ပိုင်း
around.
နဲ့
I
တွေ့
feel
ရော
like they
ကဲ
did. At least.
ကိုရတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့အမေကြီးကောင်းသွားပြီနည်းတော့ပြမြောက်အောင်
Dude, this
အာဆာ
fight,
ပိုင်း
the
ပဲကြီး
start
နဲ့
of
သုံး
it
လိုက်
actually wasn't bad.
Oh,
Like,
boy!
look at Lesh
Oh,
just
best
goes
way,
for it.
Lesh
Look at the Black Hole. He gets-
အာဆာ
He gets
Lane
disrupted
winner.
and he's just killing them. But they didn't know that Crystal has had this rapier, and because of
That's
it,
a
they
fight
just
between
don't
them
die.
all.
Ursa didn't even pop his Aghanim Scepter. Like he
တော့ပါတယ်
thought
ဒီ
that
ပွဲ
he
ရ
was
တော့ဒါ
tough
ပေမဲ့
enough.
ကဲကောင်းသွားတာတကူကတော့ Roshan မထွက်သေးတာပဲ Roshan မထွက်ရင် Yandex ကတော်တော်နှိမ့်သွားမှာပြန်နှိမ့်တဲ့အထိကိုဖြစ်သွားနိုင်တယ် Roshan ကပေးလိုက်ရတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့လက်ရှိကနော်
Really bad.
Roshan ဘတ်တယ်လေးတော့ပြန်ဆိုင်လို့ရအောင်မယ်အေးစေး
That was a perfect black hole.
ဟိုမှာဆိုတော့အဲ့လက်ကြီးကပါ Roshan ကြီးတက်ကြိတ်သွားရင်တော့ပွဲကြီးကဆောင်းခတ်သွားမှာ
Now, Pyrrhic Cloak on.
ကဲစစ်တန်းနေရသွားပြီကလက်ကြီးဘတ်တဲ့ပွဲပဲ
Be an
ဒီ okay တော်တော်ရတယ် Ultra K ဆိုတော့ဘတ်တဲ့ပွဲဆိုင်တာစစ်တန်းနေရသွား
And he's definitely like the main target, right? Because you want to
Oh,
kill
for
him. He has a Pyrrhic Cloak. He's gonna have like 3.5k HP now when the Satanic gets delivered. I mean, he has
But
the
at the
lever
point,
inside
equal
of
to
his,
Satanic.
inside of his backpack, and this Roche fight is not gonna be easy. Man, the amount of damage that Mouz just got in one swoop of items, the Aghanim Scepter and the Enigma and the Rapier on the Gyro, they've been lacking damage for 40 minutes of this game, and then finally they got it, and we
တ
see
ကယ်
how
ဆိုး
much
ရဆိုးတယ်
changes.
ကွာနော်
Also,
ဒီဘက်
that
mouse
fight
trap
is
ကျော်
gonna
အ
be
င်းကောင်မလည်း
getting
refresh
some
out ထပ်
extra
တော့အဲ့လို
items
လေ
as
ကင်း
well. Mainly
အ
the
ရန်
hex
damage ထွက်ပြီး
on
တော့
the
ဗာ
timber
တင်
saw.
ဆိုင်လို့ကောင်း
Now
တယ်
you
ကောင်းတယ်
don't
မ
have
လွဲဘူးပဲ
items
လိုတာပေါ့လေ
to
သူတို့
survive in this game.
ဘလာဝ
You
ဆို
don't
လည်း
have
ဘလာဝတည်တည်
items
တတ်
to
ဖြစ်ရင်ရ
really
မယ်
win.
ခုနတွေ့တဲ့အတိုင်းပဲ let's talk ရဲ့ spray တွေကလည်းနာကြပဲ
But
ဒီ
they've
ကြီး
got
တော့
no
10
buybacks.
showroom
They
လို့
did
ကဲ
buy out
အဲ့တော့
both the timber
ဘလာ
saw
ဟူ
and
ကတော့
the,
မရှိသေးဘူးเนาะ
and the
ဘာဖြစ်ဖြစ်
gyro.
Yandex
Timber,
ကျွန်တော်
okay, he
smoke
got
နဲ့
hex.
ဆိုင်တော့
It's
ဆိုင်သိမှာ
coming
လေ
up.
ဒီချိန်ဘ
And
လာ
this
ဟူက
game
စက္ကန့်
made up
38 မိနစ်လောက်
perfectly.
ကျန်သေးတယ်
Moon
sorry
has to die. He's the one that's gonna
38
steal
စက္ကန့်
the
လောက်ကျန်
buyback.
သေးတယ်ဒီချိန်ဆိုင်တော့ရောင် Yandex တက်ကတော့ပူမိုက်သွားပြီเนาะတိုးပြီးရမယ်တခုပဲအာဆာဘိုင်းမမရှိဘူးเนาะ
Would almost give advantage over to Mouz.
အာဆာကတော့ကျမ်းမိုက်ကြီးဥစားเนาะအဲ့တခုပဲ
I think Mouse are
အာဆာ
actually
ရှော
stronger
ဝါ
right
ရင်
now.
တော့တိုင်ပတ်မှာဒီဘက်မှာတိုးပြီးရောင်ဘလာဟူမရှိမှန်းသိလို့ Lauren off S
Shiva's
နောက်
hex.
let's try ချိန်နေရှိုးနေသေးတယ်ရောင်ဘုံပုံနေတဲ့နေရာတွေကလုံးဝ
Especially
Just silly.
your team lost that high ground. You need to reset your position.
Do they have a smoke?
It says that. No, it's a dust. It's not a smoke. My bad. Yeah, no
Just
smokes
the
in there.
dust. Ooh, now they've got
Back on a
this right now.
hello.
He's gonna walk up here. Ward's gonna be placed the hex and the instant
အ
kill
ငိုရိုးလေး
on
နဲ့
the
တော့ပြစ်
Paladin.
တိုးပြီးရောင်အင်းကမှချောင်းသွားပြီဟာအဲ့ဘလာဟူကတိတ်တော့မမိုက်ဘူးနော်ဆေးထိုးသွားပြီအဲ့ဘလာဟူကအဲ့လောက်
Ursa.
ကဲဒါပေမဲ့ခိုင်ရိုးပြတာဟောရနာကြပဲအမေကျွန်တော်ခံနိုင်မှာမလားအာဆာတောင်းလျှောက်ရိုက်နေတယ်ဆိုမဲ့စစ်တန်းနဲ့အားကိုးနေပဲလက်ကြီးအသေးကတော်တော်လေးတော့ပြန်ပစ်ချပေးပါအဲ့တော့ဘိုင်းဘက်ကိုစီနေပဲတော့နောက်တစ်ခေါက်ဆိုင်ဖို့တူတာတပိုင်းကိုရအောင်ယူလာပြီးအောင်ဒီဘက်မှာတင်းမဆုံးအိုးတက်ဘက်ပြောင်းလေပဲလုံးဝကန်တရားကြီးရန်ဒက်စ်ဘက်မှာကွာ
He's
ဘက်
gonna
တာ
break his
သွား
PC,
တယ်
man.
လက်ခွာ
He is literally gonna break the monitor.
ဟော
right
စေးတိုးချက်ပဲ
now.
ကွာအင်းဒီကမှဘာလို့ဖြစ်လို့ပန်ဖို့အလုံးလေးကိုဆွဲချလိုက်တိလားဒီကောင်အဲ့လို ပုံမနေပဲနဲ့မလိုအပ်ပဲနဲ့ဝမ်းနေလာသုံးလာကြီးတော်တော်ဆိုးတယ်နော်အင်းဒီ position အောက်သွားပြီးတော့သူဗရင်မှာဘလောက်ကောင်းကောင်းမဆွဲရတော့
Oh boy.
ကဲ
that's so
တဖိုင်း
brutal.
ပေးလိုက်ရပြီနော် mouse track ကတော့မတန်တော့
They also they
ဒီကောင်အနေသားကြီးကွာအဲ့မှာဝမ်းသုံးမှုတွေလိုက်လုံတယ်
At
ဒီ
this
ကောင်
point, I
position
don't
ကြည့်
know
လိုက်
why Crystallis is running forward.
ဟို
He just needs
အင်းဒီက
to
မှာ
stay
တော်တော်
together.
လွယ်တယ်ပြောရမယ်အဲ့တော့အာဆာကို let's track ကိုပြောတာဗောပန်ကို rule လေးကိုဘလောက်ဆွဲမှာတော့နော်
I don't know.
ဟုတ်တယ် I don't know
Gotta be more
ဒီ
picky.
ကတိုင်းလည်းပြော
You
ပုံမှ
have
န်
the
ကအဲ့
tools
ဒီ
to
က
be
မှာ
picky.
ပုံနေဘတ်တွေက AC ပဲအဲ့ gyro
I'm
damage
scared that he's
ပုံ
gonna
မဆိုင်
get
လို့မရ
caught
အောင်
up and die.
အမေကျွန်တော်ပန်ကို rule လေးပေးလိုက်တဲ့နောက်မှာဘတ်တွေက easy ဖြစ်သွားတယ်အဲ့နောက်မှာ define ချပြီး
Unnecessary,
တော့
but he got spooked.
ဒီမှာနော် bus လေးကလည်းထသွားသေးတယ်ရောက်ကြီးအဲ့ bus ကတော်တော်တိတာတာပါ define ပြန်မပါသွားဘူး
Not bad.
ပုံမှန်က define ပြန်ပါသွားရင်တော့မှနည်းနည်းကြည့်ကောင်းအောင်မယ်ကဲအဲ့တော့ပွဲရတော့ပျောက်သွားပြီ
Very
ဘောကမရဘူးဘိုးအင်းကမှာ
retrievable, I will say.
ခုနနိုင်သွားတဲ့ပတ်တယ်တော့မှအာစာပြေးတိုးပြီလို့
You
နော်
don't
သူ
have
ရဲ့
you don't have a
Like,
rapier
what?
now
Let's
to
try to
kill
calm
him,
it,
right?
Mama.
Remember what happened the last time when the gyro had pretty much these damage items. The satanic isn't the big damage
It's
item.
a pure-
The Pango just
divine.
survived through everything, and he's much tankier now
I need to-
than he was back then. I think you need the rapier to get this rapier.
I know
back.
the chance
He's not even that close to it. 2.5k.
Boy. Now it looks like a good position to start that fight for the side of Mouz. Abyssal now on the Ursa. Oh boy. Gyro needs to find the gold somewhere. It's not terribly far from it. One hold, maybe. Right,
It's
so they
hard to
come
hold.
back.
It's hard to hold without it.
Buybacks only the Shadow Demon. If you take out one of the Leshracs or the Ursa first, I think your hold is successful. At least they might push them back. That's obviously a very tall order. Can clean up these creeps. They can buy time. Gyro just needs to get out there and farm, and he's kind of stuck in the base for now. Not really farming up much.
Yeah, you have to be careful, right? Without the buybacks, you're just gonna lose the game. And it was already made obvious that if Mouz get that rapier, that they've got a pretty decent chance of winning the game. There is no need to risk it. You pretty much have all of your items.
Yeah,
If the
look at
gold
the
lead of Yandex increases to 100k right now, it doesn't matter. Mouz has everything they need if that rapier is up.
ကဲအဲ့တော့နော်
Now they shut this war down. You just smoking the team with
အေး
nowhere
just
close.
တက်မှာမကြခင်တော့ဒီတီရောရော divine တော့တစ်ချောင်းတော့ဒီကောင်ထပ်တော့ဝယ်တော့ဝယ်မှာပါ
Yep,
Fine,
that's
no
a good
soon.
one. And you,
အဲ့မှာကာကွယ်ဆောင်းရှောက်ရေး၄ကောင်နဲ့
they haven't checked yet. It's always hard, right? You always expect when that lane is being pushed in that the enemies are going to be there smoked up. So you're always going to be trying to keep yourself safe. Gyro lost his courier. This is a problem. Even if he gets money for the rapier, how do you get it?
I almost want to say he's not going to have the gold before his courier's back up anyway.
In 3 minutes, 2,000 gold. Things are rough, but I think he's gonna be farming the super creeps in the top lane. They're just gonna give him everything.
Need to have a very particular black hole, and I think
Look at
Shrek
Celery.
and Ursa have to be your targets.
He's still not finding
ကဲ
the
ဒီ
ward.
မဲ့တဲ့ဟုတ်တယ်
Like,
divine
what the
ပါ
hell?
ကင်
Yeah,
ဆိုင်နေတော့ကောင်းမယ်နော်
oh my god.
divine ပါဝိုင်းပါဖြစ်ဖြစ်
That
တည်ရ
man
တာ
is
ဂိုင်းတို့က
really
damage ကတော့ပြန်
surviving
ထွက်
through
မှာပဲ
everything. This is
Fine,
a war that can lose you.
Oh,
the
yeah,
game
DJ
with the
looks
Mouz
like not
because
from
they
my one.
went into that area and they haven't
Fine,
seen
yeah,
it.
dude.
Please spot it, Celery.
Anybody? Snap has a gem. Just
Oh,
please,
got it.
dude.
Saw him. Okay.
Oh
it's
my
fine.
god.
Would have made things too easy for your opponents. So level 25s are coming. Pango has it.
Oh,
Ursa
that's,
almost there.
that's rough.
Flash has
Amplify damage rune is, well, always one you want to see, I will say.
Oh, I'm not sure if I like the Timber Saw level 25. He went with the Whirling Death 3 bonus damage, but right now in their base, it doesn't do anything for him. However, what does do a lot is a refresher, right? So now you don't
Hero
have to
data ကတော့
duplicate
တည်တဲ့အတိုင်းပေါ့လေ
with
mouse
the
hero
black
တွေကတော့
hole.
လေဂိမ်းမှာ
Even
ဆောင်းဝဲ
the rapier, right? The
Down
Aghanim
layer of
Scepter
Pit
black
Knight.
hole does immense amounts of
ဒါ
damage.
ပေမဲ့နော်နောက်ဘောကလည်း 20k အောက်မှာ divine ကျထားတာပါ all about bomb ပဲကွာ bomb လည်းဟိုတွေကောင်းပါရ
Last 50 seconds. Of
အဲ့
the
တော့ပန်ကို
stages.
လုံးတာယူတိုင်ဆွဲပြီးပြီးသွားရင်တော့လေဘာမှတော့
Right,
လုံးလို့ရ
damage
မှာ
running out. You lose this Aegis, then all of a sudden you
There's
might
an
feel
Axe.
pretty compromised on this Pangolier.
There's an
Oh,
Aghanim
yeah.
Tusk.
They
There's a
jump the
Kung Fu.
Hex.
ဒါလိုက်တာလရန်အော်ရဲ့ကျမ်းပါရေးမဆိုင်ဘူး BKB
Order,
oh
he's getting
let's
ripped
go damage ကို
apart.
ကြည့်လိုက်အောင်ဒီမှာဘယ်လောက်ဟို
Has buyback,
Yeah,
but he's the
no,
only
Twin
one.
Desert below
BKB
ဖြစ်နေတယ်
Black Hole.
I mean,
Silver
nah,
Cup
yo,
available
Twin
on
Desert
the
is low
Sigma.
out.
He's getting away with
Oh.
it.
အာ
They
ဆာ
got
က
the
ရှော
kill
င်း
on
သွားသေးတယ်
Watson.
ဂိုင်းတို့ divine ပါလာ
They
တယ်
will have this Aegis, so a
ဟုတ်တယ်
second life
divine
for
ပါလာပြီ
notice.
နော်ဂိုင်းတို့ပြစ်တာရနား
He's
နေ
going to
ပြီ
go into the Rolling
me
Thunder
my
and attempt
rapier.
to TP out. Can they even stop him
Right
from
now, the
TPing
Chamiya,
out? No,
Wabi.
they can't, but somehow they held on to that black hole and they
ဟို
did
ဒီ
get the
အဲ့ဘ
kill
လာ
on
ကို
this
ထွက်သွား
Ursa.
လို့မထွက်ရင်တော့ GG ပြီ
Ursa
ဟမ်
has his buyback back. He just needs 235 gold. He's pinging out the bounty runes. He's like, get him. There are 2 bounties there, so can definitely
right.
get that one.
လေးလက်ထဲမှာတော့ divine နောက်တစ်ချောင်းတော့ရောက်
Orisa will have his buyback. The question is, does he go for it? Yeah, they saw the Enigma refresher. Maybe he buys back and they go for the jugular right now. He's
He
still going to be
doesn't
going
have,
into...
buyback for 5.
No, yes. Okay. Narrow the window. You don't go for it.
With Roche so far away, probably not. But they need to smoke and get this Divine Rapier for the gyrocopter somehow. And they're smoking to
အော်မ
make
ရ
that
သေးဘူးဒါ
run
တော့နားတယ်
towards
နော်
the
ကို divine ဝယ်ရအောင်ရတယ်တင်တာပတ်သက်တော့ချီမဝယ်လိုက်
so
ဘူး
they
ဟာ
can get this sacred relic.
အခုမှ divine သွားဝယ်မှာဒါတော့မှတော်တော်နာတယ်နော်ခုနကဒီကောင်ပြစ်တာ
And Ursa hasn't bought back, so you're fine.
ဟွာ
You're
ထဲ
gonna
မှာ
have
ဘယ်လောက်ဟို
black hole.
ကဲ divine ကအခုမှရတာပါ
Yeah, if you wait a minute, you're...
ပါ
gonna
သေး
have
ဘူး
to-
ဟုတ်ပါ
But Lesh, they
တော့
need
ဒါမှ
to
တော်တော်
hit
နာ
him.
နေတာ
When
ဆို
he
တော့ကဲ
jumps
ပွဲရ
in,
တော့
they
ပြော
need
လို့
to
မရအောင်
hit
နော်
him
ဒီ
to
ဘက်က
pop
ပန်း
his A on this
ခုန
so
လေ
that
အင်
he
တက
doesn't
မား
get
တာ
damage
refresher
for
အော်ဒီတော့မ
25
ဆွဲ
seconds.
ခါရဲ
You
ဆွဲ
saw
ပါ
what he did to the Timber Saw. That was insane, right? Through the BKB, it doesn't matter. It is pure damage that goes through BKB, so the debuff immunity doesn't help you there.
ရလွယ်ကိုရီးယားလွယ်
Celery. Notice has some crazy damage engine. He is going to get a kill here on a Celery. He's the only one who has buyback. But that is a gem on the deck. Guys, anybody?
I'm gonna drop my gem to pick
Oh,
up their
your
gem.
gem. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
he's
is,
carrying the opponent's one to rub in the salt.
That's, wow.
ကဲကောင်းတဲ့လေဂိမ်းပွဲလေးတော့ဖြစ်သွားပြီ
Salt in the wound on that one.
အော်
That's funny.
တပ်ပြသွားတဲ့ဟာတဲ့
By Aghanim Scepter Timber Saw for 3.5 minutes.
Warnoff just lost his courier, didn't he?
Yeah, but he bought the point
That
booster.
was the point
so-
booster on Ags.
အေးဆေးပဲနော်
In
ဘက်ကနာ
3.5
ပြပြပြ
minutes,
ပြ
but
နေပြီးတော့
Still doable. Like we saw
Oh,
what
yeah.
Gyro can do with the Divine Rapier, and all of a sudden you kill Pango, you get a second.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Though Aghanim Scepter on the Timber Saw is not that great. That's why he wasn't even buying it versus the Shadow Demon.
X, but Split Earth is zoning them from even going for this.
Double black
They're
hole ready.
smoked behind him. Yeah, double
So
black hole,
that
but
can
he
tell you
barely
yeah,
got off
yes,
one. You can
oh.
see Maladich. He's the one just throwing in the Nether Blast to
Wait,
take
if
that tower.
Gyro opens up the Demon Edge, what is going to assemble? The Daedalus or the Rapier?
ကလေဒါတိတ်ဆိုင်နေတဲ့အနေထားတော့မရှိ
Oh. Yeah, he might want to lock that crystal.
Yeah, or the Daedalus recipe. Okay, he bought the okay, he has the Daedalus as well. Okay, so now it's certain that it's going to be a Rapier.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So now he's got both. That's actually big damage. Because when he had the Divine Rapier last time, he had to give up the Daedalus, and then he gave up both by losing the Rapier.
Oh, I think he had
So
both.
pretty bad.
I think he had both in that fight that he died. Right? And then he disassembled
No,
the...
because he... Maybe. You know what? Maybe.
I think so.
Might be right.
Yeah, because he got an ultra kill, so it'd be weird if he didn't get the money.
Well, afterwards, yeah.
Yep.
During the fight, I wasn't sure if he did. They'll take out this Yamich. They'll get him the gold for this award.
ရုရှားဘက်တွေ
just laid
ဒီ
off.
ဘက်ကဘိုင်းဘက်တွေလည်း up
You
here
want to allow them
There he
to...
goes. Puts it
yeah.
together.
I mean, you don't have a buyback
I don't think
anyways,
I'll play that.
right? Are they preparing for a smoke? They have a smoke? No.
this here
Oh, they're just waiting, which means that we're waiting.
ဒါလိုက်တာကွာ let's
They
press
go
spray ကို
for
ကြည့်
the
အကုန်
distract
တေးမ
with
လို့
the
ဖြစ်သွားတာ
damage. Lorn off.
ဟဲ့ဒါမှ
Now,
လက်ကြီးတစ်
Mortimer's
ပိုင်းအား
just
ကို
coming
ပြစ်
up
ပါ
with
ပြီ
BKB.
မခံနိုင်ဘူးလက်ကြီးပြင်တော့
Alive thanks to the disruption, but they need one more shot to get this kill.
အဲ့ဒါပြောတာအဲ့ဒီကမှပုံးနေပါလေအဲ့ဒီကမှမမြင်အေးစေနော်ဟုတ်လားယင်
You even still go for Roche here. For
ဘိုင်းကြသွားတော့ပွဲကထင်တော့မလွယ်ဘူး
but he does
ဒီ
have
ဂိမ်းကြတော့
buyback going into the pit.
တို့ဆိုရင်
Half
အဲ့ဒီက
black
မှ
hole
ခိုင်
again,
ရော
pinch spots are good.
Wait, does Lesh have like bots or something? No, he doesn't even have boots. So, getting back into that fight not going to be easy. However, there's still a tier 2 from Yandex in the mid lane, so it's not that big of a travel for him to go.
Get bots? No. You'd be
No.
just short the gold.
Yeah, and also, like, you'd need bots too to just instantly get into the fight, and those are pretty expensive.
The creep wave's mid. Pretty much at the river. It wouldn't be the worst. Watson looking for a way in. You know Boom's not going to show. He's going to want to throw down the black hole here.
အေး let's go ဘိုင်းဘက်တော့
Buyback
တုံးလိုက်ပြီ
committed, and now he's going to be able to walk over. He TP's to the
ထိုင်
tier
ပါ
two,
လား
so
အဲ့ဒီ
it's
က
not
မှ
too
ဘ
far
လောက်
away.
နှစ်ခါတော့ချီတယ်ဒီဘက်ကလည်းကျွန်တော်တို့နော်ဘိုင်းပြင်တော့
Get a couple
20
of
k
spirits
စာ
on the ground.
တန်ဦးလက်ထဲတပိုင်းဖြစ်နေရကြီးရတယ်ဆိုးရဆိုးရတန်ဦးသစား let's go တပိုင်းဆိုတော့ခုန
Right, so that they
let's go
have
တ
to
ကောင်ရဲ့
make a
damage ကလည်း
decision.
ရှုပ်လို့တော့မရ
Just take it slow. Don't rush.
And they find the position. They find this Roche. That felt
Good work from Mouz though.
really
If somebody
sitting tight.
comes down the low ground, there's gonna be a jump in from Lornoff and from Yamich. You might even want to use that hex to break the Lincoln so that Yamich can kick somebody back.
အဲ့ဒီဘာလုပ်နေရဘရကေအကွက်လုပ်ပေါ်လားစဝင်းညစ်လိုက်တန်းသေးသွားတယ်
Just so
ဘန်နာလီပေါ်နေရ
They're stacking this Roche.
all these stacks on this Roche, but what does it matter?
အတော့
How's the tier 4 on the top lane? It's full.
100လောက်ပြောသွားရင်တော့တေးလောက်
Yandex,
ထား
they need to be patient for another 3 minutes for
Oh,
the
လွယ်သွား
super
တယ်
creeps to deal with the 1 tier 4, then maybe another minute.
100လောက်ဆိုရင်တော့တန်းသေး
The
ပါလား
second one.
Decent damage done by the shadow.
ဟာစနဖိုင်ရလည်းစစ်တင်ချွေ
Kisses into the
ဒီဒီရှိုးကြပဲနော်ပန်ကိုရိုးလေးနဲ့တိုးလာပြီအင်းနေကမှလုံးပြန်ပြီးပန်ကိုရိုးလေးကိုဘလောက်ကိုဖြတ်ပေးလိုက်ပြီးတော့ပဲဒါမှနောက်တစ်ချိန်သလူရီမဲမရဘူး BKB ပွင့်မမေ့ရောတယ်ကွာအင်းနေကမှဘလောက်ဆေးထုတ်လဲဆို BKB နောက်တစ်ခေါက်မပွင့်ဘူးပန်ကိုရိုးလေးနဲ့ဖြတ်ခံလိုက်ရ
taking out the Enigma. They need to get away from
တကယ်
notice.
ဘုံကြီးကစောင်းဝဲဆေးထိုးတာကွာ
Tusk as well as the Snapfire. Chases on with the rolling
Aegis or
thunder,
Yavin, yeah,
and
legit, the goal is
Mouz
swim
gonna
or
be
Yavin,
on notice. He needs to be
yeah.
very careful. Swashbuckle
That's a
wave, and the disruption lands. It's on the gyro cover. They've got their hands around on this Tusk. They get plenty of damage. He's gonna be there for 2 minutes.
Perfect dance.
Chrysalis and Celery on the run.
He's
Just
waiting.
the two of them
Yeah,
alone.
yeah,
Maladich on
yeah,
the back of this. He's in
Oh,
phase.
yeah, let's get the
Gets
goal.
on the high
Tell him,
ground.
yeah,
The homie missile just places down a banner. What's to do with that? But Lincoln's ends up popping on Chrysalis. The chase is on for more. Doesn't have a BKB at the moment, but he does have an Aegis.
ဘုံကြီးကတော်တော်ဆေးထိုးတာနော်ဒီကောင်ဒုတိယမြောက်ဟိုဘလောက်ဟိုမှာလဲ BKB မပွင့်လိုက်လို့အဲ့ဒါ Don't
There
worry,
was the one tier 4 as well. But you've got an Aegis, right? And the Enigma is coming back.
Right
for
now,
this Aeon Disc on the Pango, pretty much changing the fight. So Aeon Disc pops after a couple of seconds of the first black hole. The black hole ends. He's like refresher. Before the Enigma refreshes her black hole, a second black hole comes out. Another Aeon Disc pops. And then this Crystallis with his
ပွဲရမပြီးသေးဘူးဟိုအေးခိုင်ရိုလည်းထဲမှာ agent နဲ့ပွဲအကြောင်းမှာအများကြီးမှာ40လည်းရှိသေးတယ်
to this Pango. Pango is no longer a black hole target. I know that you want him inside, but you
။ဟုတ်တယ်လက်ကြီးကိုမနိုင်ဘူးဖြစ်နေတာ
Timber hacks onto the Ursa. Disruption
Yeah,
saved once again. The good call down. They got the kisses. He is ethereal, but he jumps away. Now the Rolling Thunder again from Notice. That's gonna hit upsell where he stopped the kisses.
အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော် Yandex အနေနဲ့ဘိုင်းဟိုလေဗတဲ့နိုင် orange ပဲမဲ့ agent ကလည်းပေးလိုက်ရတယ်နော်အဲ့တော့တွေ့ရတိုင်းပဲ Gyro တော်တော်ကြီးချခတ်လာ
should sell this point booster and buy
မဆန်လည်းရိုက်လို့မရဘူး
His Aghanim Scepter doesn't change much for them. Make sure that this Pango is dying inside of the black hole, right? If you don't have a nullifier to purge that Aeon Disc, he's just gonna continue to annoy you.
I don't know. This Ags might help him survive a little bit longer, to the point where he's able to stick on and noticed.
He might just get demonically purged, right? So I don't know, man. I feel like this item is a mistake. I understand that the Shadow Demon doesn't have an Aghanim Scepter, so it's not 2 charges. But still, if Noticed is not dying inside of that black hole, it's a problem.
How do you wait for this Aegis? It's 2.5 minutes.
I think that Mouz is like, okay guys, can we get a next round of items? Like our Aghanim Scepter on the Lornoff and then start working towards that Nullifier as well? Does the Gyro have space for a Nullifier? I mean, he is queuing up another Rapier, but I think that's going to be a backup. He doesn't necessarily
ပြမယ်bro အဲ့နည်းဆိုတော့ပြတော့ပြမယ် bro
Smoke from
ပွဲရတော့ကြာအောင်ပါဘိုင်ဘက်တွေကလည်းပြန်ရနေနော်ကျွန်တော်80လောက်တောင်ကြည့်ရမလားမသိ
Abu Black hole ready.
ဒီချိန်မှာ network ကဘာမှမဟုတ်တော့အေးဘတ်တယ်ပဲဘတ်တယ်နဲ့ဘိုင်ဘက်ပေါ့လေအဓိကတော့ဘတ်တယ်နဲ့ဘိုင်ဘက်ပဲ
feels like it could be anybody's game.
ကဲပြဒီ network 30k ဆိုတော့လည်းဘာမှမဟုတ်တော့
Net worth is... I mean, we found out 40 minutes in that Mouz...
အေးကွာအနေကောင်မကြီးဟိုပန်ကိုဘယ်လောက်မဆွဲရင်ရမ်းကောင်းပါပဲနော်
Another divine rape.
ဘယ် work ဆဲကနည်းနည်းလေးခုတ်ဝခတ်လာပြီလက်ကြီးကတယောက်တည်းတော်တော်ပြခွင့်ရတဲ့အချိန်မှာအာစာကြတော့ကျွန်တော်တိုင်မင်းကနော်တော်တော်လွန်လာပြီလက်60နားပါကတ်လာအာစာရိုက်ဖို့ကခတ်လာ
Probably losing the game anyway. You might as well have two.
I'm thinking like put it in the stash and save for your buyback.
Don't wait God နော်
4 minutes
ကဲ
till
ဘူးဟာ
60
လေး
in this game number 3.
They want a tier 2. The last outer tower. Let's
Aegis
go.
အာကုန်းနဲ့ရောက်ရင် network 30k နေနေတဲ့ဘက်ကပါ tower လာချိုးနေ
Crazy enough to fight for this one. Right now the
try
outer
not
towers
trying
don't
man.
really hold much value.
နော်လက်ကြီးကိုဒီကောင်နေလဲတက်လို့မရမယ်သိနေလို့များလားလက်ကြီးကဘယ်တိုင်းမှာသူ
Oh, they still got one.
တော်ကြီးစင်ပြေ
Yeah, that one is hard to fall, but I think Gyro with the side gunner, if you really wanted to. he
နား
could
တော့
get
ပြန်
it.
ပါပါအဲ့တော့ Aegis ကတော့ second 40ဆိုတော့နော်ပုံသဏ္ဍာန်ကြီးဆိုတော့ Aegis ကတော့ဒီတိုင်းပဲပုံသွားတော့မဲ့အနေထားပဲအဲ့တော့တစ်ဖက် and that's like side မလား
Also looking Aeon. Just saving up gold, 7k to his name.
Hoarding money. Late stage capitalism.
Hoarding money for the next TI. Pick up this outpost, and I think we're getting to 60 minutes, unless a team really wants to force a fight. But without an Aegis, it's just a scary proposition for either side.
Freaking guy, I didn't want to say it. Now you cursed it. Now we're not going to be getting it. It's over. Somebody's going to win the game right now. I know. It's
Maybe I'm
probably
just
gonna
trying
happen.
to push somebody forward, you know, a little helpful push.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Why are you not fighting? Cowards on both sides.
Notice he's about to hit level 30, by the way. Then that swashbuckle cooldown
တော့ဟင်းနဲ့ခက်ခက်အဲ့ဒါပြောတာ
at 5
ခက်ခိုင်းနေ
seconds
ဆက်ဆက်ရင်
with that divine rapier.
ပွဲကကြာမယ်ဆိုတော့ဒီဘက်နေနေတဲ့ဘက်ကကျတော့ leg game ပုတ်တဲ့ရှယ်တာတယ်တာနေတဲ့ဘက်ကကျတော့ leg game ပုတ်တဲ့ရှယ်နေတယ်အဲ့တော့ပွဲကသွားမြနောက် 30k กว่าရဲဆိုပဲ
He had it. That
ဒီ
was
ချိန်
the
မှာ
first
ကျ
time
တော့
that he took anyway, so he's had it for quite a long time.
လက်ကြီးကတော့တော်တော်ကောင်းတာပါပြောရမယ်ဆို mouse မှာတော့အရင်တန်ဒရာနဲ့ထင်လိုက်တော့အကွာကြီးတန်ဒရာ mouse ကပုတ်ဒါပေမဲ့ နော် mouse မဟုတ်တန်ဒရာ mouse ကြောင့်ဖြစ်တယ်တန်ဒရာ crystal လေးကပုတ်
Good item.
mouse crystal လေးကတော့တကယ် ပွဲရုံးမေးတယ်ကွာဒီလားဒီကောင်တန်ဒရာမှာဘယ်နှပွဲရှိတယ်အဲ့လိုလေကြီးယုံတာ
Deep
ဟို
orders
တာ
there,
နေတဲ့
not
ပွဲတော့သူ့
seeing
3-3
anybody.
ကဂုတ်ကဆွဲ
Don't
နေတာ
have somebody on the
Yeah, quad.
on the creeps right now. Mouse they have to respond. They don't have one tier 4. The second one falls really quickly after the first one is dead.
အဲ့တော့ဒီဘက်မှာရောက်ရင်ကတိုးလေးပြေးဆိုင်မှာရောက်ရင်
Into the base, smoked up, looking for an
မအေယုံ
opportunity.
display ကောင်ကြီးဖြစ်နေတယ်နော်
Would be a great target to get.
ဒီနေရာဒီဘက်
He
ကျန်တဲ့ကောင်တွေ
shot
လောက်တာ
the
တော့
buyback
ပို
by
ကောင်းမှတယ်
20 gold. Now he's got it.
ဘလဖအာဆာမနိုလဖိုင်ပါ
Timber is the only one missing it. I mean,
အေးအာဆာမနိုလ
the,
ဖိုင်ရပါ
Trees, what a play. Look at them just hiding inside the dire
C
base.
celery.
Dire are scanning.
Scan connects. Mouse know exactly where they're at.
Radiant
Nobody's showing bottom where the lane is shoving in, and that's siege creeps on the bottom lane. So
တင်းလုံးကနတ်တယ်ရောက်
the
ရင်
tier 3 might actually
ကို
fall.
ကွက်နဲ့
There's
ကိုပဲ
like a billion range creeps there. They're coming back. Smart choice.
We're still a minute 15 away.
That bottom lane has been the saving grace for Mouz for I think for 40 minutes in this game, right? Remember how everything was looking bad for them? They lost the fight on the top lane for the first Tormentor, and then the only thing they always were falling back on was shoving out the bottom lane. The tier 2 dropped at what 17 minutes in, both of the tier 2s, the top and the bottom, and then you really weren't able to do too much damage to the tier 3, but they have been pressuring.
ဒါ fight တွေနော်နောက်တိုင်းတော့စီမတွေ့ရကြဘူးဒါ fight တွေနဲ့
Right on as well. They continue to farm. 60 minutes is going to hit. And
Hey,
we'll
I fight
see
the
the
vibe,
team
but tell
fives
you
end
like
up
it,
being
calm down
for
a little.
both these teams.
အာသာကျတော့လေဂိမ်းကျတော့တည်တဲ့အတိုင်းပဲအကုန်လုံးက escape idea တွေကအရင်များလာတဲ့အချိန်
Quickly. Did
လိုက်ခုတ်ရတာကြီးကတော်တော်ခက်တယ်
someone just block that camp at 60 minutes?
Happens. Let's see. We'll see what tier 5s we're gonna be getting.
Dire's
Does
courier
he even
has
switch
been
off to
killed.
Zune Blood, right? That's the question.
I mean,
12% larger area of effect is crazy for Black Hole.
true.
ဘာတွေယူကြမလဲရှိုး
Like, yeah, I just think
ဂိုင်း
you
ရဲ့
keep
deck ဆို
that.
ရှိမယ်
I think so
Or
as
find an
well.
upgrade for it.
Maybe Book of the Dead might be
Maybe.
might be.
အာသာလေ
something
ဂိမ်း
to
တော့ဒီလိုပါပဲ
consider.
ဆောင်းအဲ့လိုလိုက်ခုတ်ရခက်အဲ့လိုကျတော့ဘာညာမို့ဟို flag ကန်တော့ဖွင့်မယ် substar ထွက်ကြတာနဲ့ damage ကသူကသူ auto ဖြစ်နေ
But yeah,
ပေတူတူလိုက်ပစ်
Timber
စရာ
saw.
မလို့
We'll see what he gets. It's the gyro probably gonna go for the Regalia if he gets the opportunity. Dacia's Regalia would be the way to go.
it does so
Timber has Minotaur Horn with 115 extra.
Oh,
movement
BKB at
speed.
daily.
Sox has
အားကြ
also
တော့
got
တေး
the
ပြန်
timeless Minotaur
ဟို
Horn.
recognition တော့ဟာ
That gives him that extra debuff duration and spell amp.
I think the
Coming
Tusk
undying
would
for Snapfire.
Tusk probably doesn't care about his about which item he gets, but he would love to get a boundless. Like 275 cast range for his kick would be amazing.
Boundless Fallen Sky.
Sure. Gyro, he didn't get the Regalia, so
He
he's
got
gonna have-
Helm of the Undying. That might, honestly, if he gets a kill or two or whatever, that might be fine.
yeah, maybe.
Spider Legs for Yamich, that actually feels really good for Tusk.
What
And
was
where
the
did he get it
enchantment?
with?
Yeah,
He got
silent
it
jam
with,
lah, tayo.
Timeless. Not ideal. What the hell? There's a Regalia on Melody.
oh let's repeat 2
Champagne just going in with the Spider Legs is gonna go. They've got the Hex.
Oh,
they get
wow,
the stun,
yeah,
it's on
yeah,
the
the
two,
car
they've got
up, yeah,
Thunder,
but
oh, they
like,
already
wow,
killed
cool, man,
Gyro.
right?
Helm of the Undying, the Black Hole is there. They don't have the damage, but they need to keep this Gyro
Let's
alive.
try to go
With
with
the Helm of the
damage, you
Undying,
soldier,
the
wow,
Divine
we
Rapier
don't
is on the
need
deck.
to
The
worry,
Vivac's gonna be
oh,
coming out on
shit,
3.
ah.
Still, nobody picked up the Divine Rapier. Finally, it's gonna
And
be
I'm
picked up by
presently
Watson.
now, Jari
Right
Jala,
into
and I'm
the
a
Gyro
black
Cup. They've got the Abyssal
hole,
Blade.
sit down,
There's a
you know,
Black
now
Hole
so
once again. The damage
crisply.
coming through. They got
Pick
that
up your
coming
Wabi,
notice.
oh, the
Divine
punish
Rapier's on
over.
the deck. Gyro's got 2, but he's gone.
Yo,
Oh,
let's
they
press
killed
up
him. He
here.
had 2
Nah.
Divine Rapiers
Oh.
for a second. They're still trying to get themselves
Okay,
Watson. He ends up
no,
falling.
let's not
All
get
these
so
Divine
big.
Rapiers
So
are on the
weird.
floor. One for Lornoff, one for the Snapfire. There's still one for the ground.
Wabi.
They're handing them out like Oprah
That's
and
right.
cars. It's on
Actually,
your
damn, we got
just
blood
look
on
for
top.
it.
ဟာ3လုံးတော့ရှိမှာမသိ3လုံး2လုံးတော့အောက်
There's
တယ်
no one there. There's guys
Pick a
just
little
got
up.
the Divine Rapier. Pick it up.
ဘို
What are
င်း
you
ညာနေပြီး
doing?
မပြန်ကျဲကုန်ပြီជី
They don't
ជី
care.
ခိုင်ရို
They
နိုး
don't
ပိုင်ပဲ
care.
ကွက်
Watching
ပြီးပါပြီ
Snapfire go for 2.
Okay, What
happened to the gyro there? Why is he losing 50% HP in a second?
Guys!
Why would
you just give a free divine rapier to Watson?
ကြီးကြီးပါနော်တကယ်ကြီးကောင်းတဲ့ပွဲဒါပေမဲ့ကမ်းဘလန်းစားတော့မဖြစ်သွားဘူးဘက်ကလက်ရှိပေါင်းနေတယ်
doing? He's got an Aegis and a divine. He shouldn't have any of that. Oh my god, Snapfire with 2 divine rapiers would have been insane.
Oh, they've got the magical rapier on the timber saw.
Watson's in. Then they go for the timber saw. He's got the divine down. Oh dear God. Boom's gone. Down goes the tusk. Buybacks used aplenty. Sapphire just doesn't have the willpower to firepower to get it done. The Mortimer's kisses are coming in, but Watson's in his face. And they still win this. I mean, the throne is exposed. It looks like the side of Yandex have locked it up. GG is called. And Yandex take the series 2-1.
Waxan ဆိုပါဦးဒီကောင်ကြီးတော့3 secure ဖြစ်သွားပြီကွာ Yandex ကဘာညာရောမဟုတ်ဟမ်
Same day delivery.
It's still 4 versus
Yandex ကတော့3ဖြစ်သွားပြီ
What really changed those fights was the disseminate, right? Every time they just use it. Oh,
the upper break up fight နေပါရောက်သွားပြီ
and he dies, and it happened twice. Did you see what happened?
Yandex ကတော့3 secure အဲ့တော့ဒီနေ့ညကျွန်တော် separate ပတ်ပေါ်နော်
like 50%
ဘယ်သူတော့3 secure ဖြစ်သွားမလဲတော့ထပ်ကြည့်ရမယ် separate နဲ့ပတ်ပေါ်နဲ့
and then it's really not that hard to bring him down. So that for me is the sign. I know that you're mad at them.
ပြန်နိုင်ခွဲဆိုတော့ခဏနေပြန်တွေ့ဘုံကတော်တော်ဆိုးတယ်ဘုံပလက်ဟိုဘွဲမှမကောင်းပါဘူး
We're getting away with murder, so let's get out.
They could have had 3.
အဲ့တော့မနက်ဖြန်တော့နားတယ်တစ်ပတ်ခါကြရင်တော့ကျွန်တော် mouse နဲ့အဲ့လို hero liquid ထိုင်လာတဲ့ကောင်တွေပါတယ်ဆိုတော့
Combine that with another divine
အားလုံးပဲ
rapier. I feel like Lewis
အခုလိုမျိုး weekly မှာလာကြည့်ပေးကြတဲ့အားလုံးကျေးဇူးအများကြီးတင်ပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့မကြခင် The Princess ဘဘုံပွဲနဲ့တူတူပြန်တွေ့ပါမယ်အားလုံး